Power up the console lights. Press start, we're in for a ride. Ghosts in the shadows glide. Gamers unite side by side. Wield the force, let it flow. Fight the battles, feel the glow. Virtual world, watch it grow. In this realm, we're the show. XBL, the gaming high. Ready player, come alive. Ash and BMG, they dive. We play game, we thrive. Clone the cows, Fabio leads. In this game, we plant the seeds. No need for speed or deeds. Virtual life, all it needs. KY bomb creating waves. In this world that we crave. From first light to the grave. Save the realm, we all save. XBM, the gaming high. Ready player, come alive. Ash and BMG, they dive. We play game, we thrive. Clone the cows, Fabio leads. In this game we plant the seeds. No need for speed or deeds. Virtual life, all it needs. Hey, wipe off creating waves. In this world that we crave. From first light to the grave. Save the realm, we all save. XP and the gaming high. Ready player, come alive. Ash and BMG, they dive. We play game, we thrive.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 160 of the XBL Party Podcast. I am your host, leader of the PlayStation Nation, BMG, and I'm also joined by head of XBN, Ash. I'm a Ghostbuster. How are you this evening, sir?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. I'm awake for a change. It's quite good. I'm ready.
So,
I'm not red.
No, you're not red. You've got colour. You've got that very John Lennon look going. I don't know if it was something to do. Was it late Halloween do or something like that?
That's it, mate.
That's
Your
it.
mum just loves a grab.
Dear. And we're also joined by the host of Game Set Live, KY Bob. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I am doing quite awesome right now. I'm ready to get into this, get it going, talk some gaming, some news, and some shenanigans. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah. And again, we're also joined by, she's just vibing, sat on, I can't think of where she sat, Nicola. Good evening, milady. How are you?
Hello. What do you mean you can't think of where I'm sat?
I couldn't think where
On a chair.
Yeah, in the middle
Aren't we
of
all
nowhere.
sat on a chair? I'm good. Apart from your little brain fart, I don't know what you were trying to get there. But...
It's because I was reading something, then something popped up and I was reading it as I was saying, and
He struggles with two things.
I'm easily distracted. I'm one of them. If I saw a squirrel outside, I'd go chase it with a stick. Whoop, 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 whoop. You know, I'm that kind of guy, so I'm easily distracted. And we're also joined by, for the first time, our head of PR and writer for XBN Gaming, Venomous AK. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you, BMG. How are you, man?
All good, all good. I'm better. I'm well. I'm not ill. I've recovered. It was touch and go whether I was going to survive, but I did, and I'm here.
He survived the man flu.
I did survive. And we are also joined by the number 2 of the PlayStation Nation, down from his castle, King of Jersey, Luke Steele. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I can't remember when I got this this tagline number 2, but I'm enjoying it.
I can't remember either. I must have.
I can't remember. Because I don't think I did it.
It was longer. It didn't fit in this new bubble format, so I had to. It was like second in command of the PlayStation Nation, but I had to change it. So you're now number 2.
Number 2.
Because we can't fit it in otherwise.
That's
fair. The Ricky Gervais to his little frog.
That's it.
Evil mastermind.
Add Dr. Evil, and he's my number 2. And good evening to everyone so far in chat. We have got KY Bob, Fimber, Muppet, Masuku. Good evening. And to the other lurkers we seem to have, whether you're in chat, just watching, catching up, we very much appreciate it. And if you want, you can join the XBN for as little as 99p, where you get exclusive videos, exclusive area in the Discord, where there'll be game codes, polls, all sorts going out. Have we got anything that's just gone up exclusive for members? Ash, was there a video last week?
There's been a couple of videos up in the last couple of days, like unboxing videos and stuff. They're first to members. They'll go live. I think it's about 3 weeks afterwards. They'll go live to everyone on the channel. But I'm recording more. I've got more packs to open because I'm a child, so I'm going to open all these packs and then give them to my kids. But I'm opening them, so
you're opening
more videos up soon. Yeah, I'm opening them. Yes,
kids
I've got into it. Look, I even bought a little book to put them in, so they keep them nice and all the shinies safe. You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Oh my
shit.
God!
Each their own. Give all my kids afterwards, but they'll be going up soon. But yeah, I think that's it for members at the moment. If you're not a member, become a member. It's 99p. Supports us. We're very, very grateful. I saw a video. I was going to post this on Twitter earlier and I forgot. I'm not going to lie. Where some like huge streamer, I can't remember his name, got like gifted like 100 subs, which I think is like 500 quid or something like that. And he was just like, thanks. I'm like, we get £1 off people a month, and I am so grateful. Even if YouTube takes off.
That's Kai Sinat. He just broke the world record for the most gifted subs. I think he's got 327,000 subs on Twitch or something.
And he only says thank you. So what's that say? We give you more thanks. And I'm looking at new things for members as well to make it bigger and better.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you very much, AK, for becoming a member.
That.
Yes,
I didn't even know you could do that. I feel bad that I'm part of the team and I haven't even done it. That's why I was like, I have to do it now.
Oh, no, we very much appreciate it. We love it. But also, we've got numerous things to talk about tonight. We've gone from like a couple of weeks where there was next to nothing of news-wise to like Phil Spencer's just decided to open the floodgates and spoke to, I think it was Bloomberg he spoke to, that came out with a plethora of information. We've got all sorts to talk about. Death Stranding dropping on Xbox. WASD, I don't know how you actually want to pronounce it as a word, has been cancelled before. Was. Yeah. Thank you, Muppet, for the £2 super chat. All right, calm down. Yes, we'll calm down. It's
calm down.
Back now. I've got energy again. I'm bouncing. Give it. I'm old, so give it an hour. I'll be half asleep again. But and before we get into talk about what we've been playing, we have partnered with Game Flavor. I'll just get the banner going. Oh, he's already done it. Now. He's already on it. So yes, we have partnered with Game Flavor that makes different energy drinks based on games, and at the moment they've got the Resident Evil drinks pack. Is it? Yeah.
Would you like me to grab it? I've got it up there.
Yeah, go on, Lewis, if you can grab it for us, and we will bring up the picture. We will get better at this. We will. Ash, did you put that picture on? Yeah, just make Lewis big. Yeah.
Well, met Lewis big. He's a big boy. I'll put the picture on anyway so you can see while he's fapping.
Oh my God, he's climbing out of a black hole.
That's where he hosts it.
And I've gone invisible.
Right.
You might need to turn your...
And I've gone invisible.
It's all right. I'm here we go. Look, this is what it looks like for everyone who wants to see it. This is the sort of things you can get. So it's a sort of drink based on the Resident Evil first aid sort of sprays, and you get the like powders to make them, like the herbs from Resident Evil. It's limited, I think, to about 4,700 odd in the UK. Oh well, in the world, should I say?
Yeah, so they are limited. Once they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah, it's
Very-
4,750.
Yep, very limited.
There ain't a lot left.
No.
And Ash is going to be doing a lovely videos because they are sending him one. And this thing is
Yeah, so I'll
huge.
be doing
Like,
some
I mean,
videos.
look at this. I'm turning my thing on.
You'll have
Yeah.
to turn your background off for a minute.
Look at this, and it's invisible.
But yeah, you can save
well,
20% off, which is up to about 35 quid at the moment. So it's a really good saving. They previously did Animal Crossing drinks, and I know
Nope.
I think they'll be doing something else in the future as well. They'll be bringing probably a different game tie-in drink in the future as well. So it's really cool. It looks amazing, and you get like the ink cartridge tins, for the save game slots and stuff. I think that's awesome. So as a Resident Evil fan, I recommend it. There you go. Look,
right.
It
Let's
comes in a
make
big
let's make it big so we can.
You need to
let's make
turn.
it big and key.
You need to turn the
Why
green
is it not
screen
turning-
off completely.
Oh, that's why. Yeah,
We've changed it to a black green screen rather than no green screen.
There we go.
Here we go. Ready? Way!
He's a big boy. Oh,
Yeah. I'm
So it
looking
needs
at
to be in a video game where those first aid cans are his monster drink. Yes, I agree.
But yeah, that's it. We are partnered with Game Flavor. You can save 20% off using our code XBN Gaming, all caps, one word. Whether you want it to buy for someone else, for yourself, Christmas, whatever, use our code. It helps us, helps Game Flavor. We all benefit, and it's all good. It's all good stuff. And keep an eye out.
And it's flavoured mint and lime. In that response to Muppet, it's like a mint and lime. It's a very fresh sort of flavour.
So what you get a lovely certificate.
Is it mint and lime or is it cucumber and lime? Cucumber and lime, not mint and lime. Something like
Look
that.
at that. Oh,
Yeah.
You get the actual creator, the making of it,
Nice.
which has literally old designs that they had before they come up with a new one. It has loads of information, plus a lovely image. They also have these. Now, these are the coolest part. Code Veronica, Nemesis. These are recipes to make actual ones. They have the ink ribbons.
Yes, as if you
And
say
inside-
the game.
Last time I done this, exploded. Not like a... But, yeah.
Oh, we want to see it explode properly now. Disappointed.
Yeah.
So that is one of the herbs. So these are herbs. They're not actually powders. They're herbs that have been turned to powder. And this is one of the cans.
No.
Oh, I was right. It's cucumber, lime, and mint. I know I weren't going insane.
And the coolest part is
I was like, it's
this,
lime and mint. No, it's cucumber.
This comes with it, and this attaches to this to make
The first aid spray looked like a spray.
the spray.
All right.
So yeah.
Can you
That's
shave
awesome.
your ball? But no, you can't.
And
It's
you
a
get
drink, sorry.
10 cans.
There's also, I will say, there's also like a big box. You can get not the collector's box as well. If you want just the drinks, you can buy like boxes of 24
forgot
of
that
just the
was it.
drinks. And you can also buy the ink ribbons on their own as well. So there's different options, but the collector's box is absolutely beautiful. It's a really nice package, and I'm looking forward to getting it. There'll be videos all over. I'll be doing so many of them.
Yeah.
I've
And it's
wanted one of these.
Sorry, go on, mate. Go on.
No, I was just gonna say I've wanted one since they originally announced them. They are like proper premium package. As a Resident Evil fan, I'm looking forward to just like having a go. I'm going to put it up here somewhere. It'll be up on my shelves.
Have
I
it,
think.
have it displayed. But yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That's
It's not cheaply made. It's premium product, and you can save 20%. And again, thank you to Game Flavor for partnering with us on this. Thank you very much. And I just want a quick shout out to Bob. KY Bob has also become a YouTube channel member. Thank you very much, sir. We love you.
And just so people know, the herbs are... So the red herb is hibiscus flowers, grounded up. The yellow herb is turmeric root. Green herb is green tea matcha. And the last herb, which is the blue herb, is the aronia powder.
Oh, nice. But you can just go straight over to Game Flavor's website, put it in your checkout. When it comes to your promo code, just put that in to save yourself 20%. You're going to see us talking about it a lot on the podcasts as well as on Twitter. You've probably seen them popping up. But no, it's great people over there, great company, and we're glad to be able to partner with them. Right, let's move on to, because we have got a lot to get through this evening, to what we have been playing. Go on, Luke. Let's go with you first. My number 2. What have you been playing this week, sir?
So I've been playing. Well, I finished Silent Hill 2 remake, which took me about 17 hours or so, 16 hours. So I finished that. I've been playing Veilguard as well,
nice.
and I've been playing a surprising amount of Call of Duty, which I didn't think I would be playing, but I have. So,
but didn't invite. Every time we see you on, you don't invite us. Are you afraid we're going to ruin your kill death ratio?
Yeah, I was about to say it's too high, so I need. I can't lower it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, me and Fabio played it yesterday. We played that Ransack, a new mode they added. Literally spawned, dead, spawn, dead. Didn't even get to. I barely moved 2 steps.
It's pretty frenetic, but I am enjoying it. I really didn't think I've never been a huge multiplayer fan of it, but I've been playing with some friends and we played for a few hours, and I'm just kind of it's fun. I've been playing the campaign as well, but I haven't played that for a few days. But it's just one of those that I think it's nice to dip into and dip out of. You can play a few rounds and then you're done.
Yeah.
So it's been good. Played a bit of zombies as well. But yeah, so Silent Hill 2 remake, finished that. Veilguard is the main game I've got on, and then a little bit of Call of Duty on the side.
So going to Veilguard seemed I've not picked it up yet. It's kind of holding off for the minute because reviews are very mixed. There's a lot of people going into stuff like agendas, if you will, that it's pushing how to pronounce pronouns and things correctly and stuff like that, and give you lengthy discussions on how you should refer to someone and apologize to someone. I've seen loads of videos of that popping up. But that aside, because I can kind of just like ignore that, but like game wise, how does it continue from Inquisition? And is it better? Do you have to play Inquisition to be able to play this one?
So I don't think you have to play Inquisition. It gives you a pretty good recap at the beginning if you haven't. I think it would help with some bits of the game if you have played Inquisition, like because it doesn't explain everything.
Yeah.
So there is a degree of assumed knowledge with it. But I think you go into it having not played Inquisition at all. But I'm really enjoying it. I think it's like it's definitely the best thing BioWare's done in a long time. I've played about 11 hours of it, so I've got a good feel for the game now.
Oh yeah.
The combat is really good. It's a really great looking game. The story so far has been solid. I've heard it picks up significantly in the sort of second half onwards.
Right. Okay.
And it's very like it's kind of old school because it's really linear. It's a bit like going through Mass Effect 2. There's no kind of, it's not an open world or anything like that. It's a very linear game. You kind of go location to location, and there is some of these are a little bit bigger than others, so you can go off the beaten track and like find stuff. But it's more something like, like how God of War has those like wide open areas. It's a bit like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's definitely, it is an RPG. There's dialogue choice and all of that sort of stuff, and romance and all of that kind of stuff. But it's more leaning towards the action element of that, I'd say. And the combat system is very similar to how Mass Effect was. So you have 2 party members, and you can't control them, but you can give them instructions to do, certain abilities and all that, and combo them. And it's good. It's really good. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, it's because I've heard a lot of people complain saying you can't control your party members now.
Yeah.
But to be honest, when I played Inquisition, I played all the others. I just found it annoying controlling my other characters. I felt like I had to keep jumping into them to control them because the AI was absolutely awful.
Not great. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather just direct them. Oh, you fire this, you shoot that, you go over there. I'd rather have that. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Makes me a little bit happier that I want to pick it up. And if the story's good, because when it comes to like games like that, it's story matters. I can handle, like if dialogue's a bit, but if it's a good story and something that you can connect to and get into, I'm all for it.
My wife's actually finished it. She nearly finished it twice now, actually. So she's put about 60, 70 hours into it. She was a huge fan of Inquisition. And her take on it is that it's really good. She doesn't think it's as good as Inquisition, but she thinks it's very good, and that. So so that's what I've been playing, and I've been testing the PlayStation 5 Pro, of course.
Oh yes. How are you finding it? How is the Pro?
It's good. It's good. Like it's not going to change your life, but it's good. There's some good stuff. Some games are. The upgrades to some games are really, really noticeable. Others less so, depending on what it is. But I think it's kind of it's like a not must buy right now. But I think if certain other games can take advantage of it in the future, it'll be good. But I'm certainly enjoying it, and I can certainly see the difference.
Yeah. I wonder if there's going to be one particular game in the near future that's going to make people pick this up. Coming out holiday next year.
Yeah. Death Stranding 2, of course.
Oh yes. definitely. Right, KY Bob, what have you been playing this week, my friend?
Hey, hello everybody. How's it going? That's right. This is KY Bob here. I've been playing some Death Stranding on my Xbox, because I'm glutton for some of that walking punishment that I've already experienced on PC. Thought I'd take it for a stroll on my Xbox. And I'm a delivery man. And it's boring. It's boring, but I gotta say it plays really well. And I've played a demo on Steam called Once Alive. This is a demo that's on Steam right now, and it releases on November the 18th. And I really enjoyed the demo, the story, the gameplay. Unfortunately, though, it's not like one of those demos. I have to play through it a second time, but it felt to me like it was a timed demo, and it didn't let you know that it was timing you, because abruptly in between walking between one area in a town to the other area of a town, it just stopped and said, "Thank you for playing the demo, for release on this day, blah, 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 blah." But yeah, I was really enjoying it up until that point. It wasn't like you got to finish a whole story or mission or intro or something, and then it said, "Thank you for playing the demo." No, it just kind of cut me off, which I'm thinking it may be timed, and I hate timed demos.
Yeah. Not like you get to a certain point then finish. You can get as far as you can get in the allotted time.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would have done any of that looking around that I looked and I did and wasting time, because I had my game paused for about a half an hour while I went to the other room to do something. I come back and finish, and maybe I don't know, but I'm definitely going to get it though. Once keep it on your radar. Yep.
Yeah, no, definitely. I just want to give a shout out to XD the Weaver 123. Thank you, sir, for becoming. Oh, ma'am, I'm don't want to assume, for becoming a channel member. Enjoy your emotes, enjoy the exclusive content, and you will have, if you link your YouTube to Discord and you join our Discord, you'll be able to access the members only area. So there'll be more stuff coming to that. So do keep an eye out for exclusive codes, videos, and we, like I say, we're jumping in there. The crew will be jumping there a lot more, so we can all talk, chat, and keep an eye on that. But no, thank you very much. 3 new members tonight, which is awesome. Lewis, what have you been playing this week, my friend?
A bit of everything, really. So I've been playing Phasmophobia.
Ah, yes.
Which I've been doing in VR.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I feel like it's more frightening in VR. But we done the challenge mode where you have no sanity, so every 5 seconds you're hunted, and you get 5,000 XP for it. So that was why it was worth it. And half the time I was just going round and round and round in circles, like, please don't kill me. I got to do this 3 times. And it was horrible. Yeah, it was horrible. I was playing with my girlfriend and my friend Dean and my friend Bonbon, and they kept, every time she come at the gate, it spawned on top of her and killed her, and all you hear is, "Oh well, I'm dead again."
Oh,
so, and then I'm like, "Damn it!"
Different reaction than I had playing that game.
That was hilarious, though.
Yeah. I played Metro Awakening in VR as well today, which is amazing. It's everything you would expect for a Metro VR game, and it's so smooth. Like, so if anyone is interested in checking that, I would recommend it 100 times. It's probably my favorite VR game this year so far. Played a bit of zombies on Black Ops 6. Still not sure if I'm in the mood to play the multiplayer because of the sweats.
You should join us. You should join us when we play. You'll just look awesome.
The VR game I was on about is Metro Awakening.
Ah, yes, yeah. See, because when did that actually come out? Because that's literally very recent,
a couple of days ago.
Yeah. I thought it was. Yeah. I remember seeing it advertised. It's like literally a couple of days ago. Good evening, Iconic Video Games. Welcome to the chat, sir.
Other than that, I've been writing reviews for this lovely site I'm part of.
Yes. And you?
Yeah.
Sorry, go on, mate. No, go on. Sorry.
So no, that's pretty much all I've been doing in terms of playing games.
Awesome. But yeah, you can go on the website. Asher's just given it a big update. There's more updates to come. There's more changes to come. Keep an eye on the socials, the Discord. Keep checking the site out because we've got a number of changes that are coming in over time. So you will notice things that are changing. But Venomous AK and his lovely team of writers, along with Ash, are posting multiple reviews a week. You're going to see more things pop up, not just with games. You're also going to see things like with game flavors, the first aid drinks pack. There's a written review of that up by Lewis. You're going to see there's reviews from I think Racula just posted one recently. Was it Racula of the Gunnar optics glasses? You're going to see more stuff like that popping up. So just keep an eye. Keep up to date, and then if we come across, we have codes or anything like that, we will let you know. Nicola, you're probably going to turn around and not say anything because you've been parenting, but what have you been playing this week?
A new card came out. So the new card, my very little free time that I have to myself. I'm just trying to think.
But how are you finding it? How are you finding the new card? Is it better, a big improvement on Modern Warfare 3 and the other Black Ops games you played, or is stuff you like, stuff you don't like? Where you at on it?
Skill-based matchmaking still just a big thing for me. Like, I can't play with my friends without going up against unemployed people. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I either play by myself and I get lobbies that I can actually play in without getting, spawn trapped and dying over and over and over again. But as soon as I play with my unemployed friends, I'm with the rest of the unemployed population, where they are just like, you can smell them through the screen. Do you know what I mean?
You're
Like, they're
unemployed.
treating it like ranked.
You're
No, but
unemployed. So how many years?
Wow.
Hey,
You
I'm
can
a
smell them
Yeah.
through the screen.
I'm not on.
That's a
I'm
new
not
one.
on the game 24/7. Like, I mean, people that as soon as the game came out, they have just been on it constantly. Like, they've got every gun, every camo. They're playing it like their life depends on it. It's like they're in a tournament.
Oh, you've met Shadow.
Season 1 came out. So the new Warzone is out, and that came out yesterday, but I haven't actually got a chance to play it. And you guys know I'm more of a Warzone person than I am multiplayer, so I'm still to try out the new Warzone.
Have you? I was going to say, I was just about to ask, have you played the new Warzone with it? With
No,
all the
I
new
just said
updates?
season 1 came out yesterday, and I haven't been on.
Yeah, it was a 40 gig update, I think it was, which is unusually small for Call of Duty. Usually it's a hell of a lot bigger than that, but no, we'll take it.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah. Ash, what have you been playing? Apart from what I'm playing now, which is live, by the way, everyone.
Yeah, what's on screen now is me playing live with a pad. So if I stop and I'm not moving from it, it's probably because I'm either responding to you guys or I'm reading the chat or something like that.
Oh, this is live. This is you actually playing now?
Yeah, this is me playing right now. Yeah. So what I'm playing right now is Wildermyth, which is like a turn-based RPG style game with like a paper sort of 2D aspect look to it. I was sent a code to like play it, and I've not got round to it yet. I know Thimber had been telling me about it, so I was really looking forward to playing it. So I thought, you know what, I've not been like playing much. If you've noticed on the channel, I've been a bit quiet this week. I've just been super busy with work, so I thought I'll jump on and play for you guys while we're chatting away. But other than that, I've played a bit of Call of Duty. I've mainly jumped back into Assassin's Creed Valhalla, though, and I'm doing the Dawn of Ragnarok DLC and really enjoying it. So that's about it. I've played a few other little games, but they're all the stuff that's on the channel, so you may as well just go and look at what's been put up over the last few days. I've had a very quiet gaming week, so yeah, hopefully over the weekend I get to play something. There's so much. There's just too much out on everything. Every platform keeps getting new freebie games every month. Game Pass is getting tons of new stuff. It's just mad, and I cannot fit it all in. So, yeah, that's why I'm playing this.
Did you? Because I tagged you in the thing from Ilphonic, and I think I tagged Venomous in it as well. Did you fill out the survey for what?
I'll be honest with you,
game.
I'm not a huge fan of the whole asymmetric games all the time. I feel like it's just boring after a while. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I want horror games that have a little bit more of a story than running around, kill the survivor or be the survivor, and that's it.
I don't think they always have to be horror, though. They don't have to be horror, though. Like, the Predator game isn't horror, and that is fantastic. I actually really enjoy it. I think Predator is one of their better games because it's less like all their other games. Ghostbusters is really good because it's less like their other games.
Yeah, but Predator, that is exactly what it is. One person versus an entire army, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's great. But if you play as the people, it's not like you're not running and hiding in a bush or a box and you can't do anything like Dead by Daylight. You've got to just keep running. In Predator, you can fight back with like guns and stuff. And same with Ghostbusters. When you're the ghost, you've got the powers, but the Ghostbusters actually have a lot of powers as well. So it's a bit more balanced. And for me, the 4v1 or these sort of games, I hate playing as the killers. I always like playing as the victim. I think it's more enjoyable. having a group of friends running around getting captured and stuff. But I agree. I think the horror ones based on horror games have started to definitely run the course. I mean, Texas Chainsaw Massacre was one of them. I think that was
Didn't last long.
a mad one.
No, I got bored of
and
that.
the problem
quick.
with them is they run out of steam, or there's not enough players because they don't make them free to play. They make them pay to play. Ash vs. Evil Dead game, should I say,
that fell
was a
apart.
fantastic game, but no one played it because you had to pay for it, and it's a shame because I really enjoyed that as well. So
did I. In fact, it was that game, the Evil Dead game, that got me a part of this. From where I started playing, with just joined the lads. They were looking for people to joined, and it just went from there. It was so that game's it was good, that game. But I put in, I wanted to when I filled it out, I want an alien game. I bought the Astrono, Sun's the alien. You've got your team that are trying to fix whatever, escape or track down the alien and kill it while being hunted by the alien. They've
already done it on Dead by Daylight, though. That's the thing. They've already done it on Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, I've got it. I think I've actually, because I've installed Dead by Daylight, because now they brought back the 2 killers, so you can have 2 people as killers. So I've got that installed, ready to go. But I do have the Alien pack. I do have that, as well as Chucky and The Ring and a few others. So yeah, I definitely want to jump into that again at some point.
See, personally, with me, I like a story-based horror game. I like to be able to be scared. After a while, you don't get scared.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Alien game that's coming out soon, it's going to be like Isolation, but in VR, which is terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
And I have got it pre-ordered.
Nice.
Pre-ordered,
nice.
yeah. I actually, I didn't get a choice. My girlfriend told me, yeah, you're playing this, by the way. You won't play Isolation, then you play this one instead. That's fair.
Choice.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like I did their last one. I helped review their last one, which was the Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And don't get me wrong, that was fun, but you get too many trolls in it, and it's just like, well, you're just ruining the game. And after a while, you just get boring because it's the exact same thing over and over and over. Like, I don't mind asymmetric if they have a single player section too, or a co-op, but it's completely the same thing over and over again. And after a while, it just gets boring.
Yeah, which is fair. Yeah, fair enough. It's one of them. They don't have a long life. They really don't. Unless they're doing something completely different. They do have a short life, but it's good for something to jump into. Yeah, it'd be better if it was free to play. But to like Ilphonic, their price points I find are really good. They don't overprice the game stupidly. They have them at
they are
fair
fair
price.
prices. Yeah.
That I would say they are fair price. So you pretty much know what you're getting for what you're paying. So I don't mind that too.
But it makes me laugh when the game costs money and then they add more stuff on the game that costs more money, and it's like, I'm paying more money to unlock more stuff, and it's like, why?
Yeah. That's the aim of it now, isn't it? That's gaming in general. It's you get the game.
Well, for example, another game that I played that's asymmetric is if you've ever heard of Poppy Playtime, which is now available everywhere. You can buy it anywhere now, and it's a really good game, and it runs on Xbox really well as well. They made a game called Project Playtime, which was based on this is the nerd side of me coming out, the Big Bodies Initiative, where they would create the toys that they made into real life big versions of them that were alive, and you have to go around collecting the smaller toy parts to put into the machine. But at this time you've also got a monster hunting you down, and they throw you in the pit where the other smaller toys that are alive will eat you. Now that was good. The way that's exactly what you would expect for Poppy Playtime. And I feel like sometimes they try to make something that just wouldn't work. Like if you think of a movie, you think like Chucky going around killing all people, you would think, would you want that as an asymmetric? Like, what would they be looking for?
Yeah.
Like, what would they be trying to survive? But I would prefer something like that in a single player game or a co-op, not asymmetric. Alien, that works. But like Predator, it's exactly what it is. He's hunting one by one. But something like, I don't know, like Evil Dead. It's just, there's loads of zombies. That's fucking loads. Literally loads.
Yeah.
What are you going to have
something
like
different.
loads? Yeah, it's just, that doesn't work. It needs to, they need to freshen up the genre if they want to. Think about what people want instead of what they want to do.
I'm wondering if that's the idea of the survey, is try and get a feel for what people want, what they're looking for, and maybe come up with something on them lines that where it could be better experience, have a longer tail on the game, and we'll see. We'll see what comes.
Something fresh, something that's not been done and copy and pasted.
Yeah,
but that's my
definitely.
opinion. I've always been the type to really enjoy horror games, and when they all become the same thing, it's like, why?
Yeah. No, which is fair enough. I suppose that. Well, I'll say, let's move on from what we were playing. I just want to get a feel for what are we looking for. The rest, we've got rest of the year to go. There's only 8 weeks left of the year. There's still a handful of games to come out. I'm just wondering, is there anything anyone's looking forward to playing before the year is out? Luke, how about you? Is there anything you're looking forward to that you're going to be able to squeeze in over the Christmas period? Any new release?
Yeah, I think Stalker 2 next week. Really looking forward to that.
Is that next week?
Yep, next week. 20th, is it? I think it's 20th.
Oh, right. Oh, that'll be 5 days. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, really looking forward to that. I was a big fan of the first game way back when. So it's nice that we're getting a new one. And obviously, studios, incredible for what they've done to develop that game. And Indiana Jones, I am really looking forward to that. I need to play that. I think that, I've looked at the previews recently. I really need to play it. I need it in my hands, because there's some stuff that doesn't look amazing on a video, but I feel like it's one of those games that will be a lot different actually when you get hands on. So, but probably those two. Yeah,
it's hard, isn't it? When you with the shows like Xbox showcases, PlayStation, and all that. It's hard when you're seeing it being streamed. It's not the quality as having it on your console in front of you. It's always different. But yeah, Indiana Jones, I think that's where I'm at. I want Dragon Age, but I'll probably wait for it to drop on to EA Play. Probably early next year, February, March next year. But yeah, Indiana Jones, 100%. I wanted the edition that comes with the globe, but couldn't get it. Couldn't get it, and I'm gutted. Absolutely gutted. I want a globe. I want an old style looking globe, but no, never mind. Nikki, anything you're looking forward to or coming out towards the end of the year?
I won't be able to. I'm moving in with you.
Well, you'll have access to my PlayStation. I'll let you hold the controller.
I feel like the only game I'm looking forward to is GTA 6, but that's not this year. So
you can play GTA 5 still.
Yeah, I know, but I have no interest in playing GTA 5. I want GTA 6.
Yeah, what is it? Because I think they've actually come out. They've confirmed. They just had their investor meeting last week or earlier this week, confirming it is still on track for holiday 2025. So that's good. That's good news. All right, Lewis. Anything you're looking forward to back end of this year?
Skydance's Behemoth. Yeah, so Skydance's Behemoth. I love VR. It's take a game like God of War in a way, and the guys that made the Walking Dead VR games have made this, which means that it's going to be fluid with the combat. It might be better than the Assassin's Creed, I hope. So I'm looking forward to that. That's a VR game coming out that looks unbelievable. But it just gives me huge vibes of like God of War, like medieval and climbing up like behemoths, like big monsters, and
Yeah.
it looks sick. Alien, that I'm sure a lot
The
of people
VR
are
one.
and probably Stalker and Indiana Jones.
Nice. Awesome. Bob, what about you? Is there anything particular you're looking forward to for the rest of this year?
All Stalker.
All Stalker.
All Stalker.
I never played the first one.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you right now that if you've gotten really accustomed to today's games, as far as graphically, then you may slightly be turned off a little bit by the old Stalker games. But I mean, it's potato. It's it's just it comes with the territory. When you go back to older games, they don't look as good as newer games. My favorite one was wasn't it Clear Sky? Was that the last update?
Yeah, was there someone at the door?
And does anybody know what the cutoff date? So Stalker 2 won't be eligible for Game of the Year, will it?
No, I don't think so.
I think it misses.
Nominees are getting announced Monday.
They might have a nod due to how many people actually died creating that game as a respect thing, but I don't think unless they go, you know what, let's give them that. But I got a feeling that'd be next year's one.
I'm sure the cutoff is literally something like the 19th of November, so we just miss it.
Yeah,
it's something like that. He'll probably miss it though.
Yeah. It'd be a shame.
That must be why Sony doesn't release any games after the October.
Yeah. They know.
Maybe.
They know.
Yeah.
Ash, anything you particularly you're looking forward to playing?
Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remaster, probably.
Oh, yeah, that's out. I forgot about that.
That's out in December. Indiana Jones looks all right. I'll definitely give it a go on Game Pass. Honestly, that's why I've just quickly switched the gameplay off. I went to have a quick look to see what's on the coming soon because I haven't a clue now to the year. Genshin Impact's coming out on Xbox. I'll probably give that a play for free on Xbox. So, yeah. Other than that, there's a load of stuff. I'll probably play quite a few stuff that's coming out, but nothing now till end of year. I've got to rush out and buy. Maybe I'll pick up Soul Reaver because it's only like 20 quid. But other than that, I'm happy with everything that's been out so far this year. I still haven't. I got Dead Rising and remake, and I haven't finished that yet. And I keep buying more games, so I want to play Silent Hill 2. So there's too much.
That's really good, by the way. I've got it, and
I've got it on PC. I haven't played it yet though.
Oh yeah, get ready for the stutter.
You're gonna love it.
What, you're saying it stutters on PC?
It stutters everywhere, but it does on PC as well.
Yeah, Lucas, you've got one of the most like beast PCs, isn't you? In the gaming community, I've seen it. My God.
Yeah.
If it stutters on that, then
peasant computer.
It's just Unreal Engine 5. It just stutters. Having said that, I loved it so much that I could actually get over it, which is really rare. Because usually I'm just like, nope, I just won't play it. Does make me worried for Stalker 2, which is also UE5. So, but you should play it, Ash. But then you'll probably play it for 2
I will.
minutes you'll be like, it's not.
You should do a stream of it.
Do you know what? I like Silent Hill 2 originally. I'm a bigger Silent Hill 1 fan, so I would like to have seen them redo Silent Hill 1 properly, not like the Wii one they did.
I hope they will after this one. It seems like it's been successful. So.
Yeah. I do like them, so I'll give it a go. I probably will stream it over Christmas when I've got a bit of time off, but right now,
So I do want to bring up.
Yeah, go on.
I do want to bring up something that I just noticed in the store that I thought kind of peculiar, and I didn't know if anybody else had noticed it. But you remember how for the last couple of years, Xbox has been, you could go on and buy like the premium edition upgrade of a game for like $35 or $40. And that was really worth it. I mean, because you kind of got the best version of the game, and with all the additions and all the future DLCs at a cheaper price when you were going to like the game and play it anyway. You had the premium edition upgrade for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I was just seeing there is no premium edition upgrade listed for Flight Sim 2024. There's no premium edition upgrade listed for Stalker 2. Now, I know Stalker 2 isn't a studio owned by Microsoft, but as much help as Microsoft has given to that developer, actually moving them out of Ukraine and helping them with the development of their game, that there's no premium edition upgrade for that. It's the only one that's got a premium edition upgrade for $35 is the Indiana Jones game.
Yeah. I think it is a really good tactic, and I think that they have seen success with it. I got the Vault Edition with Black Ops 6 because on Game Pass and got that, and I've got the benefits from that. So yeah, I think that's more going to be your first party stuff. Really, mainly you're going to see it in games that make sense. I don't think you're going to see it in everything, which some games wouldn't make sense, like Flight Simulator. I don't think it makes sense to do something like that because people aren't clamoring for it, and they've already said the game. They're not, and there's no reviews going out for Flight Sim. Everyone will get it at the same time because apparently there's a big, huge day one patch, so the game wouldn't be in the best playable state if they put reviews out before the day one patch. But yeah, Stalker, technically it is a third party game with exclusive deals, so I can understand they could have done something, but to be honest, everything that they've gone through with that game and how long it's taken to come out, it's probably something they just haven't had time to do. It's probably not been. It's probably been a higher priority just getting the game up and running, ready to go than anything else. But yeah, it'd be weird to see. But with all, like I say, with everything Xbox have got now and where they're at, do we think now potentially they could win Game of the Year? Have they got a contender in there that could potentially win Game of the Year? That's open to the panel. Anyone wants to
this year.
This year
Or
this year.
I mean,
they're not going to win this year.
Metacritic scores, no, they don't. But
because Indiana Jones, well, that should fall.
No, they're announcing the nominees on Monday, so it's going to be way too late for it.
And then
I heard Concord's on the GOT. Why?
Indiana Jones will be out too long then, so it won't even get it for next year. Everyone will have forgot about it. Oh no, you say that. Decision. It'll come out in 6 months' time on PlayStation, so they'll load it up. So it might be a good idea. Fair,
that actually might help it because it will be like fresher again in the memories of people.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. Anyone else? Anyone think that Xbox maybe Black Ops 6, best Black Ops Call of Duty game in a very, very long time?
It could. It's the biggest game this year.
Black Ops 1 and 2 is still better.
In recent years, then we'll say recent years, the best Call of Duty. I think.
You know what? I saw everyone losing the shit today because they put the store in with all like the funny costumes and skins now, and everyone's like, "Oh, for a week it felt like Black Ops was back on the 360 when it was all like serious and it wasn't all these stupid costumes." And now they're all getting like angry on social media because they've now put like paid costumes back in. Although I will be buying a Master Chief costume because I'm an idiot if it does get released like it's rumored. So
I think everyone will.
As far as guess kind of rolling into it could be Game of the Year next year. I don't know, but it's definitely going to miss it this year. And what I'm looking forward to playing, this one just completely flew under my radar, but now that I've brought it up, I mentioned it. The new Flight Sim I mean, to be honest with you, because I really enjoyed the first flight sim, but it needed purpose other than just being a damn, to go out as a tourist and kind of look at everything. It needed purpose. And now you're going to have a whole list of careers that you can actually do in the game that will give the game purpose and direction instead of just taking off and being a sightseer. That's going to be great.
I think Hellblade 2 could get something.
Best walking.
I enjoyed that.
I doubt it.
I'm sorry. The best walking simulator for the decade goes to Death Stranding, hands down.
Well, I tell you what, because we've been going for nearly an hour, let's get into the news because we have got a number of news topics. I'll try and tie the Phil Spencer stuff into all together, but we'll get the other stuff out of the way. But probably the thing that's on our thumbnail, let's get into that first, which was a bit of a shock to everyone. Nothing had leaked, nothing had been said. And if it had been leaked, nobody had said anything. But Death Stranding, Hideo Kojima's game from Kojima Productions, dropped on Xbox on last Thursday with a 50% discount as well, which is shocked many people. Nobody was expecting it. It was always assumed to be PC and PlayStation forever. No one thought it would come this way, but it does turn out that Kojima Productions have bought the IP from Sony, and they now can put it everywhere. It's not published on Xbox by Sony. It's published by 505 Games. I'm pretty sure. But this sort of shock opens it up to new players, gets other people involved. Was everyone surprised by the fact that
Nope.
Death Stranding dropped on Xbox, or was it something you thought would come eventually? Luke,
if you think about it, they really didn't. You remember when Death Stranding dropped on PC Game Pass 2 years ago? They didn't announce that either. It was just thrown up on social media one day. Hey, does anybody realize
Christmas
Death
Day, wasn't it?
Stranding's on PC Game Pass? Yeah. And I
Christmas
think
Day.
what was even more shocking is that when Death Stranding wound up on Xbox last week, it was like, okay, we didn't see that coming. Nobody talked about that. But then when you looked into how this happened and you find out Kojima Productions now owns that IP, we didn't hear anything about that either. We didn't know that was going on either. So,
yeah. Which was a surprise, really. I wasn't, I know we did it for PlayStation. I wasn't expecting it. Luke, you're probably the biggest Kojima fan I know. You gave him direction for the next game, I believe, when you was over there in Japan.
When I was in Tokyo,
That's
I gave
it.
him
Gave him a few tips and a few things to include there. Is it a surprise to you? Are you going to play it on Xbox?
It was a surprise to me. I mean, for it to just be dropped, like released, announced and released at the same time, that was really surprising. I didn't expect it on Xbox at all. I'm not going to play it on Xbox because you played it several times on PlayStation when it came out, and just I'm not going to play it again on the console. And I've got the director's cut anyway. But I was really shocked. I was really, really shocked. It was just very interesting. I mean, it's great because more people get to experience that game, and everybody knows how I feel about it. I really love it, but I just didn't see that one coming at all. It made more sense in context having that Koji Pro got the IP, which is interesting in of itself. Like, I don't know what Sony's aim was in that. Maybe it was something broader, saying here you can buy the IP back. It'd be interesting to see.
What about how do you think it's going to affect Death Stranding 2? Do we think it's going to be X amount of time on PlayStation and then come everywhere else, or do we think it's going to be a multi-plat day one?
Yeah, it's hard to know because Koji Pro does own the IP, but Sony are publishing Death Stranding 2. So nobody knows what the publishing deal is for that game. If I were to guess, I would probably say something similar to DS1 in that it will probably be exclusive to, it will definitely be exclusive to PlayStation for some time. And thereafter, maybe, then a PC version will come out. I think maybe Sony will publish the PC version this time because they're, but back in the day, they weren't publishing games on PC, which is why 505 picks it up. And then maybe sometime after that, when that deal expires, then it'll be free to come to Xbox at that point, right? So, but certainly day one and probably maybe a year. I don't expect it anywhere other than PlayStation, given that Sony are publishing it.
Yeah, true. Venomous, what about yourself? I did you say you wasn't surprised by it? Are you going to play it on Xbox? Is it something you're interested in?
I played it on PlayStation, and
the true console.
I got bored. I don't know. The whole falling over, dropping all your packages, and going, I gotta now pick all them back up. It was like, am I playing a delivery simulator? And that's what it felt like to me, a walking delivery simulator. If I wanted to play something like that, I think I'd just join the post office.
Yeah, but when you get past the first, if you start the game and you don't wander around and you go and you do the main missions only, then you start getting into combat where you're driving into people, you're shooting.
So there is
people,
combat in it then?
Yes.
Yeah, I only played like 2 hours and I was like, I'm done. This is driving me insane.
2 hours. You have to put about 10 hours into about 10 hours into the game before it really opens up and you've built enough of it.
Is that good?
You can start.
Good game design though. If you have to commit
10 hours, how long is the game?
That's a good indie game or two.
Dude, you can put 90
hours
90 to 100 hours.
Before it gets good, is a bit. Yeah,
Jeez.
but 10 hours.
I don't think it's 10. I don't think it's 10 hours before it gets good. I think that's subjective. Like for me, it was good first hour, but I think like it just opens up more after 10 hours. So I think maybe if you're not enamored by the first 10 hours, you may change your mind by the time after that because it more mechanics open up and there's more combat and set pieces and all that stuff.
I might give it another go then.
Yeah, and it's Kojima.
Later.
It's Kojima. You've got to. He makes some very weird but amazing games. I would give it the time. You've got to put a bit of time in it.
I think you get a lot back from it. For not everyone, but I think you do get a lot back for the time you invest in that game.
I think the bit I didn't like, especially if you're playing it on PlayStation with the DualSense, is when that baby starts crying and crying and crying.
Turn that off.
Oh my God, it drove me insane. I hated every second of that. I'm just there. I nearly chucked the controller to try and get the thing to shut up. Oh my God, we're being chased by the Death Stranding. We don't want too busy you crying. Jesus Christ.
Well, I play the PC version and the Xbox version with my Xbox controller. I don't have to listen to it, baby.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
have to speak my controller.
Because it's an inferior
controller. I think it was a good idea. And the PS4, and I used to think that microphone was great. And then I played Dragon Quest Heroes, and it would not shut the F up. And I was like, please stop talking to me. Like, it's good every now and again. But after about 2 hours of the same game, and they're just making the same noises every sort of minute or so, it drives you insane.
Yeah, worst part is when your missus is asleep and you're like, please be quiet. I've turned the volume down on the TV and the controller's louder than the TV now.
They did update it though eventually where you could change that, I'm sure, because you could turn the little light off, the big glowing blue light that drains your battery. Eventually they did sort of fix that. But yeah, it was a pain.
Yeah, are you going to play it on Xbox, Ash? Death Stranding?
I'm tempted. I'm tempted to give it a go. I don't
Dude,
know if I
will
like
coach
it,
you. I will coach you through it. You'll need somebody there to go, I know. Just walk a little further. Another way
Just
station.
keep going.
Just link another way station to the network, and you'll see. Trust me. You see that bike that's got the dead battery? Keep going. You'll be able to charge that battery, and then you'll have a bike, and it becomes a lot more fun. It's not walking then.
It's a riding simulator.
I just don't know if it's my type of game. I like walking simulators, but everything I've seen of it, I'm gonna admit this. I'm not a Kojima game lover. I think they're a bit drawn out. The only one I've really enjoyed was Metal Gear Solid 2. And
Sell
the
your
rest of that-
PlayStation right now. In fact,
No,
chuck it out the
no.
window. Chuck it out the window.
It won't fit through my window. It's that big. I mean, I need about 6 of us to lift a PS5. What do you want?
We'll have a look at the PS5
What?
Pro. It's bigger.
No, the Pro.
I know that because there's one behind me. And no, it's bigger.
It's
Yeah,
not
but it's
bigger.
Put it
Pro.
this way, the plates on the PS5 will not fit on the PS5 Pro.
But it's the
It's
Pro.
got its lines down the middle, and it's Pro.
It's
got its rated
definitely
stripes.
definitely smaller
Than the original PlayStation. Are we
Than
on
the
about the original
original.
PlayStation? Yeah,
than the original. Yeah,
Well,
if the
I'm saying
slim,
the
I
PS,
don't
original's
know.
bigger.
but
The
It's
slim,
massive.
no, the
Yeah.
slim was. I had the slim. I didn't have PS5.
I love my PlayStation 5. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nikki, you probably don't even know who Kojima is, do you? You probably never heard of him. Yeah, okay, yeah. Right, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're
I see what you
muted,
mean.
Nikki.
Yeah.
Nikki, you're muted.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally get that. You know,
Yeah, I get
the class and
perfect,
read
Nikki.
lips.
That's all we need from you. Brilliant.
You're so lucky. I've been told to watch my potty mouth because you know exactly what I'd be saying to you right now.
But no, Kojima. Do you know who Kojima is? Is it your time? Have you played it? You're talking like the Metal Gear Solid series games. He created them back in the day, and he'd done the game Death Stranding.
You're sounding an awful like Muppet right now.
Well, I don't know if you've heard of him or not. You're the youngest on this panel. You're what, 12?
12.
I'm just not speaking. I'm just not speaking.
It feels kind of
I'm
nice not being
No.
the youngest anymore.
No. Is it? Have you played Death Stranding? Is it on like PC and stuff? Is it no? Not something you're interested in? No, fair enough. Right, never mind. We'll move on. Finbar, I know you're asking about the WASD. We are going to get to that. I just want to get through the Xbox stuff because with the WASD stuff, Luke, Venomous, and Ash are going to be the ones that are kind of going to lead that conversation. So we are going to come to that. We're just going to get through this Xbox news because Phil Spencer did an interview with Bloomberg, and he kind of just sort of opened the floodgates on stuff, dropped a load of information. So it's stuff we're going to get into, have a chat about, and then we'll get to that. And then video game 20 questions, because we know everyone loves a bit of video game 20 questions. So we'll, I suppose the first thing that we'll go to is Phil Spencer has come out and he has said in an interview with Bloomberg that they are working on an Xbox handheld. They have been prototyping many devices over the last year and they haven't quite settled on one, but they're saying it's still a few years away. Whether I believe it's a few years away or not, probably not, because the way the market's going, I'm assuming they're going to have to get some out sooner rather than later. PlayStation brought the Portal out, and I'm assuming the Portal was more to get a feel for how it sells with what it can do and what the interest in handhelds are. We're seeing success with the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, and I think there's like 2 or 3 other ones out now. The Switch, the Switch kind of lead, the Legion Go, that's it. I'd like to say the Switch kind of sort of kicked that back off again, that love for the handhelds with the being able to dock it, take it with you. And I think that's kind of sparked a lot of interest in it again, because like the last one we had from PlayStation was, oh my God, the PS Vita. Sorry, I forgot what it was then, which was an awesome little handheld. I used to love that, but it just didn't have the support in the end, and the games that they were bringing out weren't exactly amazing. So yeah, Xbox handheld. Do we think it's something we're going to see in the next 1 to 2 years? Will we get a tease of it? Because Sarah Bond did say earlier this year in that business update that in the holiday we were going to see something hardware related. Could we see a teaser of the handheld, teaser of someone else? Do we think, is it going to be good? How's it going to run? Venomous, come to you first. Is it going to be as powerful as a Steam Deck? What price point do you think we're going to be at? When do we think we're going to see
the
Xbox handheld? Yeah. Xbox handheld. When are we going to see it?
I don't know because again, like you said, why would you do it later when it's currently the trend now? I'd say maybe a year. I think a year maybe, and I'm thinking maybe 250 to 300. Because of if it is as powerful as an Xbox, then it's going to cost a lot of money to be able to power it to that level. And if it isn't, then I don't know. But yeah, my guess is 250, 300. I could be wrong. But compared to like some of the other handhelds, I mean, was a Steam Deck when it first came out, that was about 250, 300, wasn't it?
What was that?
So,
that was for the basic one. Was that not about 400?
First one, yeah.
I think it's 400, 350.
Yeah,
400.
So close. And I actually have got one, but then you've got like the Legion that was more powerful. Now, they said that was like an Xbox the way they had it. Like this is probably what the Xbox one would be like. I still think that the ROG Alley? That was the closest thing I think they had to what they would think a Xbox portable handheld would be like. But yeah, no, my guess would be maybe a year and a half. But I don't think, unless they accidentally leak it, I don't know. I don't think we'll see it this year, but I could be wrong. Who knows?
Yeah. Luke, what about yourself? What sort of price point do you think they're going to aim for? Because they're going to have to compete, aren't they? Because you've got the new Switch that's going to be announced by March, April next year. Obviously, you've got the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, the Legion Go. They're sort of going to have to be in that competitive market to sort of pull people in. How powerful do we think it's going to be, and what price point are we going to be at, in your opinion?
I think, I mean, in terms of power, it's, I don't think it's going to launch until probably 26, probably late 26, because that kind of, conceptualizing that device and then manufacturing it's going to take a long time, just as long as a next-gen console would. So I do believe Phil Spencer when he says, well, look, I think he wanted to say that to be like, look, we're here, everybody, we're looking at it. But I'm pretty sure it's only fairly recent, i.e. earlier this year, that they decided they were going to go for that. So I believe that it will take a while. And then, I mean, power-wise, if it's coming out in 26, it's going to be significantly more powerful than any handheld on the market right now. Because that's technology. So it will be very powerful. I don't know how it will compare to the, Steam Deck 2 of the time or the ROG Ally 2 or whatever, but it will be a powerful machine. And then price, I mean, I don't really to be honest, I don't think they're going to look at like the Switch as a competitor or anything. They're just going to want to provide something for people who are in the ecosystem. And as a result, I think they will look to provide something that's quite high spec, but I don't think very cheap. So I think between £400-500, I would say.
Yeah.
Especially given component costs are still going up. So I think it will be an expensive but premium piece of hardware.
Yeah. Maybe it's something that they're going to release as one of the SKUs when we get to next gen. We're going to have the premium console, and instead of a Series S, we're going to have a handheld. instead, which could be on par. Because even if it was like on the same like power level as a Series S, I think that'd be quite powerful for a handheld. You know,
really powerful for handheld.
If you can get the price point right where you're competing, because PlayStation, there's been the leaks already. PlayStation are working on another handheld, so you're assuming it's going to be a standalone thing, but able to play PlayStation Plus, premium, let's just say. Whereas Xbox One, you're going to be playing your games as well as Game Pass. You would assume something along them lines. So they're going to have to find that competitive price between the PC style handhelds and what's going to be your competitor as the PlayStation. And maybe if you're trying to pull in players off the Switch, as young kids, they start on the Switch and then they kind of go from the Switch to, as they get older, to have a PC or to a PlayStation or an Xbox. You kind of want to be able to gravitate that audience more to your handheld rather than one of your competitors. So you are going to have that competitive price point, I would say. And I think it's more going to be it's going to be when the next gen drops, that's when you're going to have your handheld. You're going to have a choice between your premium console and your handheld. Ash, what about you? Where are you at with the handheld? Is it going to be as powerful as the Series S, or are we looking more of a Xbox One sort of generation to keep the price down? When do you think we're going to see it?
I don't think we'll see it soon, and I think it has to be around this power of the Series S, or what? Like, it has to be similar to like the handheld consoles now. But if it's coming out in a couple of years, it needs to be more powerful because everything will have progressed by then. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I want it when it does come out, but I don't know what the cost will be. It'll probably be astronomical. It's Xbox, probably just bend us over. So we'll see. But it's all I want. It has to play them natively, digitally. I don't want it to be a streaming handheld. Have the streaming as an option, so I can, like, if I don't want to download stuff or it's only got limited memory, I can stream. But I don't want that to be the focus of it. But with that new advertising campaign they've just launched, what's the point of having a handheld Xbox? Because your fridge is an Xbox, your shoes an Xbox, everything's an Xbox now. So,
well, yeah. Have you seen the new campaign?
Yeah. What's the point? In
everything
having a handheld Xbox that's a proper Xbox one when there's all these other handhelds that just do the same thing? So they have to make it worthwhile. So it's either a price or something else. But we'll see.
Yeah, so...
I'll definitely pick it up because I'd use it. I've got a Steam Deck, and while I do use it, I don't use it as much as other things I own, like mainly because a lot of the games I've got on console or something like that. And I don't know. There's something not great about the Steam Deck overall. Like, I like playing it, but after a while, it tires me. I don't know if it's quite heavy and chunky or something. I don't know, but I want like a lighter handheld, but with big screen.
That's the problem, isn't it? It's because if it's going to be a standalone thing where you're going to be able to download, play games, I doubt they'll go a physical games route like the Vita did, any cart and the Switch does. I think it's just going to be purely digital only to try and save space. But yeah, you're gonna struggle to have it with not much in it to make it light, I would think, personally. Bob, what about yourself? Is it going to be as powerful as the Series X, XS, or are we talking something a bit cheaper just to keep the price point down to try and target that market?
No, it's not going to be cheap. It won't be less than $500.
Really?
Yeah,
Ooh.
I don't think it'll be less than $500. If they make it, so before I go any further, question to the panel: do we think this handheld will be dockable, like we saw with the Switch?
No.
Okay.
No, because I don't think it's. I think it's going to be a complete standalone thing. I don't.
Wait,
think
are
it's
you
gonna...
thinking are you thinking that they're going to try to, instead of doing a console, they're going to do a dockable handheld?
Well, not only
idea?
that, but if you think about it, Windows, I mean, Microsoft and Xbox, they've got a golden ticket in their hands that is Windows. And if you work the kernel correctly on that operating system for that handheld, then it opens the door for any store, any launcher that is on PC. So you'll be able to play your Xbox games natively. You'll be able to launch your Steam games. You'll be able to launch your Epic Game Store games. And if PlayStation ever gets around to it, possibly through Windows, you could launch that too. And if it was dockable, that is a way for all of, that people would want it, because that is a way for you to take all of those storefronts and launchers into your living room and out of your wherever you keep your computer.
You know what? You've got a point, Bob.
That's a hotcake sell right there. I mean, line up, take my money. Please take my money.
Thing is, all you're going to have is them turning around saying they're just copying the Switch. That would dominate. But the
Switch can't do any of that. If you can't get it on the Nintendo store, you can't use it on the Switch. So
Switch is like Switch exclusive, if that makes sense. Like you can't get any game on it, whereas Microsoft are saying they want. So if you have an Xbox and you put up your Xbox on your TV, they want that exact same thing, but on a handheld. Switch is nothing like that. And
you don't even have to. There doesn't even have to be the kind of engineering that went into the Switch. You don't have to have controls that snap off the side or slide off the side of the Switch. Just dock the entire handheld, because guess what? We've all got controllers right here.
Yeah,
yeah. So do you reckon they would do it to where you can hook your controller up to the handheld?
I mean, it's just a simple Bluetooth
connection. If it is dockable.
I suppose it could be possible. You could make a device where once you dock it, you could click, say there's a button on top, you click, which then Bluetooth or I can't remember what Xbox don't use Bluetooth, do they? What is it? No. I can't remember what it is they use, but whatever the system they use to connect.
Network Direct or something like that.
Yeah. Suppose you could have something like that, because like with the Xbox controller, you can actually have it so you can click it once to your PC, click it once to your Xbox. Same with the headsets. The headsets have the same. They can multiple devices stored in them. So yeah, I suppose you could do something like that.
You could put all of this in the dock. So the dock would carry the hardware for connecting your controller. The dock would give you your Ethernet connection, your HDMI connection. And as far as release goes, I think Microsoft is taking their time right now. And they said they got so many, prototypes that they're trying to figure out what they're going to do. But it is coming. They're just working through it. I think they're doing this because Nintendo's giving them the opportunity, because they haven't announced the Switch 2. If Nintendo came out and said the Switch 2, this is what it's going to be, line up holiday 2025, you'll have an Xbox handheld in the stores holiday 2025.
Really?
I think it would be, though, if the controllers
I think they're going to announce the Switch 2 from a few of the leaks I've seen at the Game Awards deep down.
Yeah, they did. Well, they have confirmed it would be by March, April 2025. It's announced, so could be if that's what they're looking at. It makes sense.
That's why I think, So kind of like what Bob said. I think if they were to do that, I think Xbox will come out and go, "That's still their thunder." Now we're releasing everything that everyone's been asking for years. I mean, it'd be the same as a VR. If Xbox came out tomorrow and went, "We're releasing a VR," everyone would lose their mind.
Yeah, But
It's so hard not to swear.
But no one would play it. That's the difference.
I don't think Microsoft will want to go anywhere near a Switch 2 announcement with an announcement of their own handheld. They'll want to do that in their own time because look, like they're not competing with Nintendo, and if they were, they would lose.
Yeah,
on a handheld race. So if they're not. I mean, this is going to be like an option for someone in their ecosystem. It's not meant to be a Switch competitor.
But if you think about it, those of us that have Switches and don't use them, or those of us that have never wanted to buy a Switch, it's because the games that we play aren't there. Mm-hmm. We're talking about the Metros, the Resident Evils, the Resident Evil's there. Resident Evil is there now, but your top tier third-party games, AAA games, they're not there. And when they are there, the state that they're in takes years
Batman.
to get there.
Let's talk about Batman. When they released Batman, like the Arkham series, it was terrible. It was terrible. It didn't even run properly.
Yeah.
And that's an example. Like, that's the thing. Nintendo is good for Mario and things like that. I'd never buy a Switch to play a game like Call of Duty or like, it's not doable. They just haven't got the power. It doesn't work.
I agree with that, but
I have friends that play Minecraft and Fortnite, or maybe I don't know if Fortnite is one, but there is the Nintendo Switch have branched out, so you can get more of those games on it.
Yeah, but look at Fortnite. It's been out for years, and then they finally, only like last year they finally put it on. But again, it's still not as powerful as if you were to play it on PlayStation or Xbox or PC.
Yeah, but when you think about it, though, there is some people that only have a Switch. Like, I have friends that only have a Switch. They don't have console or PC or whatever. And the fact that Switch are bringing out those games, it might bump up their sales because there's people that are like, I don't want my kid to have a full-on console, take up the TV in my living room, be able to speak to people like on their headset or whatever like that. And they feel a Switch is more age appropriate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? For like the younger generation.
Switch is for family, not for gaming.
Yeah, exactly. And then there is the family games, like when you sit down and you all connect and you play Mario and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's good for that.
Same
market.
as like Apple. Apple isn't for gaming.
Like, I have a Switch and I got it for Animal Crossing, and I completed Animal Crossing in like 2 days. And the only thing my Switch gets used for is to charge David's vape when he comes to visit. Like, literally, he just plugs his vape cable into it to charge the vape in the living room, and that is the only use out of my Switch.
So, do you all ever think that Xbox would ever, like, let's say they've got 2 or 3 prototypes that they're trying to decide between, and you've got pros and cons on both, or on all of them. Do you ever think they would reach out to the community and like take a vote? No. Hey, look, this is, you would just, it would be complete internal R&D.
Yeah.
Nope.
They would pick the best. They would pick the cheapest option, the one that they could make the most money on, but that's also good hardware. So that's it.
I don't see Xbox coming out going, hey guys, we've got 3 models here. Which one would you prefer?
Yeah, no chance. No. It'd be you'd literally...
Too complicated.
Yeah. And everyone's going to say something different. You're not going to please everyone. You just got to pick something.
Yeah, you have ones going, but... And also, they can steal ideas. Like, think about it. If someone went, but this one's better, and they're like, well, we want a cheaper option. PlayStation can come out and going, we're going to make that.
Yeah. PlayStation have clearly I'm assuming they're hard at work on making theirs anyway, because it's going to be which comes to market first. That's going to be the thing. Whichever one comes to market first is the one that's going to sell.
I think we're coming to the end of the console days. I think we're coming to a new era of handhelds, and personally, I'm not a fan of it.
Well,
Not
funny
really.
enough, you say that, Venomous. Our next story is Phil Spencer confirming there will be future consoles as well as other devices. So he has confirmed consoles aren't going anyway. I'm assuming everyone's already seen it by now. The Xbox have kicked off their new marketing campaign to say everything's an Xbox, and they're literally showing different objects, different things. This is an Xbox. This is an Xbox. This is an Xbox. And obviously that's then stirred up a lot of people asking what's happening with consoles. This kind of preparing us that consoles are going away after the next generation. But no, it has come out. He quote says, we'll definitely do more consoles in the future and other devices, which we're assuming the other devices refers to the Xbox handheld. He was also asked on top of that if they will be thinking that they will be doing mid-gen refreshes. And Phil Spencer has come out and said, we think about hardware that can create unique value for our players or creators on our platform. It says we don't need to do incremental hardware for our own benefit, as you no longer see a jump like you did back in the Xbox One 360 days. So he's pretty much said, we are going to have future hardware. We are going to see future consoles. They're not going anywhere, but you're not going to see mid-gen refreshes. Whereas PlayStation, they've gone with, as they did with the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4 Pro, we've got the PS5, and now the PS5 Pro. Xbox aren't seeing the benefit to it, whereas PlayStation, kind of anything PlayStation releases, everyone's going to buy mostly. It is targeted at more of your hardcore, because you can still now buy the PlayStation 5 Pro. I could go on now and I could actually find the PlayStation 5 Pro, whereas when it was the first console launch, you don't see them. So I'm assuming we're all happy Xbox are going to keep doing more consoles. How do we feel that we aren't going to be seeing mid-gen refreshes? Do we need them? Ash?
No.
Oh, go on then, Lewis, you go first, mate. Do we need mid-gen refreshes, or is it a waste of Xbox resources?
I call it money grabbing. It's a money tactic. There is nothing wrong with the Series X. I mean, didn't they just bring out one with like all stars all over it, which is like 2 terabytes?
And charge pretty much the same price as a Pro.
Yeah. I'd say that was their mid-January, in a way, refresh. I don't see them needing to bring out a whole new console just because they can. There's no need for it. Not right now.
No.
Yeah, because you sort of see with, like I say, the sales of the Series X, Series S, their player base, because I think they are targeting more of the subscription area than hardware, because they've seen a decrease in hardware. So I think personally, it's a waste of resources, it's a waste of money. Even the hardcore fans, I think you'd struggle selling a Pro of an Xbox. So I think it's the right decision. Concentrate on what's going into your next generation consoles and other devices, rather than a mid-gen refresh just to do it because PlayStation are doing it.
Yeah.
Bob, where you at on it?
I'm okay with it, really, because I mean, if you all stop and think, I mean, we all get in the habit of talking about these mid-gen refreshes like it's a staple of console gaming. It only happened in one generation. There was only the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X. That was the only mid-gen refresh that actually you gained any power in. All the other mid-gen refreshes, they were just slim models that you got a little cheaper than the launch versions, which apparently, obviously it took less money to make them, so they were able to sell them cheaper. But as far as performance-wise, we've only seen that in one generation up until now, and that was the last generation. And let's be honest, both consoles went with a Jaguar CPU that was garbage. It was already outdated by Zen 3 by the Zen architecture when it came out. And unfortunately, consoles are kind of hampered by that now because they came out with a Zen 2 CPU 3 weeks after the Zen 3 had launched. And we all know, I don't know but if we all know, but Zen 3 was leaps and bounds above Zen 2. I run a Zen 3 processor in my computer with a 4080 Super, and I honestly think I'm good for the next 10 years as far as gaming goes because I play everything on 1440p, and my fans don't even kick up. But as far as mid-gen refreshes we're used to seeing. If you look at the PS4 Pro and you look at the Xbox One X, that mid-gen refresh, it doubled or tripled our graphical power. What did we get with the PS4 or the PS5 Pro? We got roughly 4 teraflops of GPU power. When the video card that I have in my computer is 54 teraflops of GPU power. I think that's what Phil's getting at. We're going to see these huge doubling and tripling jumps during, at the end of the life cycle of a console. There's no need anymore to go up just a percentage wise in power because, what do you we've seen it with the PS5 Pro. To be completely honest with you, if you have a PS5 and you don't have a variable refresh rate television, the PS5 Pro is not going to do a whole lot for you if you're looking for performance because they're still not hitting a consistent 60 frames. You're still floating around the 50 mark. Yes, it's better than the regular PS5, but if you can't take advantage of that variable refresh rate, until we get to a point where we're dead set on a rock solid 60 frames, it's this or nothing. Then, you know what I mean? Because the TVs that we all have, the panels that we all have, we'll probably have them for years. And the enthusiasts will upgrade and go looking for that variable refresh rate panel. But the panel that I play my games on is not variable refresh rate. It's a 60 frames per second panel. So when I play Steam Big Picture mode on my panel, guess what? I set the frame limiter at 60 frames because anything more than that, my GPU is just doing more work than it needs to do because I'm not going to see it.
Yeah.
And the TVs that we've all got are going to last for years unless you are forced to go buy another one. So, yeah, unless you got VRR or unless 60 frames is the end-all, be-all, stick with just normal console generations because we're not doubling or tripling anything anymore. We're only making incrementable upgrades. Yeah.
Luke, it's because obviously you've got the PlayStation 5 Pro. You're the only one on the panel that does. Obviously, so you've got the incremental increase from PlayStation. Do you think Xbox need a mid-gen refresh, or because what I'm getting at is with the PlayStation, are you getting 4K 60? Now you've got this Pro, you've got this extra power, extra features. Can you get 4K 60 on a game, or are you still picking between performance, quality mode, or a mix?
Well, I'm getting nobody gets native 4K 60 anymore. Anyway, even on PC, that's quite a stretch these days.
Yeah, or as close as.
Are you getting as close as? I guess you're getting it. You were getting it anyway on most of the first party, or if not all of the first party PlayStation games, right? It's kind of they always had performance options that were 60 FPS and then up to 4K or 4K output. Obviously, internally it would be not 4K, not native.
Yeah.
So you get, on the Pro you get more of that, but you get better image quality essentially on a lot of these games because of PSSR, and on some games you get higher fidelity visuals with that as well. Obviously, it's still early days. The console's only just launched, so a lot of this is retrofitting just the the basic PS5 Pro features onto older games. But I mean, you know, do Xbox need one? No. I don't. I just think it'd be a waste of time for Xbox to do a mid-gen refresh, because first of all, they've already got two very distinct SKUs in the Series S and the X. I don't think they want to complicate that anymore. And secondly, like, I don't, you know, what would be the point, I think, for Xbox investing all of that R&D fund into a mid-gen refresh that, frankly, probably won't sell like particularly well anyway? You might as well just fully focus on next gen in terms of hardware and really, you know, try and get a more significant leap. I think PlayStation clearly seem to really like the mid-gen model now. I think that's something they want to do going forward, and you know, it probably works for them. I don't think it works in the same way for Xbox. So it doesn't surprise me that they don't want to do one. And maybe they looked at it earlier in the gen and they just went, actually, you know what, let's just leave it. There's no point spending all that money on one. You know, we'll think of something else. So yeah, I don't think they need one. Series X is a very capable console still. But what's the point for them, I think?
Yeah, and I do want to add one thing. I do think so. Even PCs were struggling with Zen 2 architecture. It did make it better, but it didn't fully utilize these newer GPUs that we're seeing. I mean, when you got to the 30 series GPUs on NVIDIA and the RDNA 2 GPUs on AMD, the Zen 2 processors couldn't keep up with high fidelity at high frames. But Zen 3 broke the mold on that. So from here on out, I believe that the generation we're in right now will be the last generation that is limited on the CPU side by frames per second. I honestly do, because Zen 3 was the breaking of the mold, and you at least get 60 with any GPU you want to run at whatever resolution you want to run it at. When it comes down to ray tracing and everything, that's fully GPU side. I mean, I can run Cyberpunk 2077 with DLS quality mode with my Zen 3 processor, 70 frames a second all day in 4K. It's just, you know, this is the last generation we're going to see a frame per second issue because of the Zen 2. Just saying. Go on.
I don't necessarily think that, though, because I think that there will always be a developer choice. I think that, you know, developers, especially on console, you have to make compromises. I don't think there will ever be a generation where you can't you're compromise free when you're designing a game, you know, and coding it to the metal. And ultimately, I think some developers, like they have this gen, will prioritize fidelity over performance necessarily. The best, you know, the hopeful thing is you at least get a choice in future generations, a bit like, you know, how you have fidelity and performance modes on PlayStation, where at least, okay, you have a mode that is 60. And I mean, most games this generation actually have not been bottlenecked by CPU. There's only a few that have. So like Dragon's Dogma 2 is a recent example, Space Marine 2 a little bit. Most of them are actually GPU bottlenecked still. I just think there's always going to be a compromise to be had, sadly, in the console space. Obviously, if you're on PC side, you don't have to, you know, the compromise you have to make is with your wallet, I suppose. You know, it just depends on what you want. So
I'll bring up the because Nikki actually posted the quote in chat from Sarah Bond. Let me just bring it up here. We're really focused on is delivering the largest technical leap you will have ever seen in hardware generation, as we remember that from the business update. So what, in everyone's opinion, what do we think they mean by that? The largest technical leap we would have ever seen in hardware generation. What is it they're sort of aiming at? Lewis, what do you think they mean when Sarah Bond said that?
I think that they're making something that's like, I'll be honest with you, I think we're getting to the end of the whole 30 frames per second. I think we're going to be at 60 frames per second for all games, and now they're going to be trying to push for 120. That's my honest opinion. I think we're getting to the stage now where 60 frames is going to be the least we'll get. And it's going to be going up higher than that now. Like Bob said, I honestly don't think that we'll ever have another game down the line where it'll be 30 frames. I think we're getting to the stage now where the power's there, or we're getting to the stage where they might not be able to do what they need to do with the size that they've got, and they may need to go bigger to be able to fit it perfect. I mean, look at a PC. Can you honestly find a PC smaller than that? No. So with a PC, you need a big box, really, don't you?
But the thing is, then this is where you've got to look at price, haven't you? The price range of what the console's going to be, because it's all right wanting to do this, that, fit this in, fit that in, but you've got to think of the consumer that's going to be buying it. And if you price yourself too high in a console, you're going to push people to get a PC.
Yeah, but it's not just... Oh,
go
no,
on,
sorry.
go on. No, I was done.
I was going to say, like, it's not just price either, it's power. And what I mean by power is thermals. So you have to be able to design a box that is, 250, 300 watts. And it's got to be like 400, 500, 600 pounds. And it's got to be powerful. You know, you can only you can only get something that's just, you know, a certain amount of power through that platform, right? So you're not limited by that on PC. Again, you can fit anything in. A 4090 is 450 watts. That GPU alone is a higher power draw than the entire Series X or PlayStation 5. That's without any other component. So like it's just like there's just a balance that they have to, again, compromise. They have to fit it all into a box under a certain thermal load and have it be a reasonable price that people actually want to go out and buy it.
Yeah, that's it. That's the price. What about you, Nikki? We've not asked you for a bit, because obviously you posted the quote anyway. What do you think they mean by the big technical hardware leap?
I don't know. Like you said, like I was just thinking, like, how much more technical upgrades can there be before, like, it's just too much? Do you know what I mean? Like, what is the limit?
Yeah.
Because obviously there's like 4K and like all these new GPUs coming out and CPUs coming out, and this much power and this much power and this much power. But like, how much power is too much power? Because games can only run at a certain thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, people are like, oh, FPS and graphics, and it's like when Cyberpunk came out and the new like graphics cards were released, it was like all ray tracing and the lights and the shadows and the way they all move and stuff. And yeah, it looks pretty, but is it needed? Do you know what I mean? So it'd be interesting to see what they mean by that. But will it be overkill or not? Will these games even need that much power, what they're making out? Or is it just a waste of money?
That's it. Yeah. No,
that's kind of where I'm at it. It's just how much is too much.
Yeah. Ash?
For me, I don't think they needed, like, the One X, when that came out, was a massive upgrade from just the normal one. Do you know what I mean? When it went from just the standard Xbox One to the next gen, and same with the PS4 to the PS4 Pro, the upgrade there was great because it made the PSVR actually work nicely. Having the PS4 Pro and stuff like that, it made things run smoother, look better resolutions. Nowadays, it's just for sort of frame rates more than anything, and I just don't care. And I also don't care for slightly nicer puddles. I don't notice them that much. I don't care. And I think you've got to remember, a larger portion of console gamers don't have TVs that can even benefit from these better consoles. it's only for the elite. And then I get to the point where it's like, well, it's going to cost you so much to upgrade your PlayStation to the next one, but you're still playing the same games. Why not just spend it on a PC? It's at what cost? Like, when is the cutoff between this is great? And like I said, the PS5 Pro looks a lot better than the PS5. But if you already own a PS5, is it worth the investment, the upgrade, unless you're proper into like
Unless you're a BMG.
Stuff like that. Oh, you're BMG, yeah, you're a blind sheep.
Or your BMG has to have everything new for no reason.
Like I get it when they make it like when the Switch, they brought out the Switch Lite, because it was a tiny, very cheap handheld version of the Switch, played all the same games, but it was cheap and cheerful. Then they brought the OLED version out. The OLED version is like the PS5 Pro. I don't see the point of it. It's just slightly nicer.
Just get out. The OLED version is far superior because it's an OLED panel. An OLED is
but if you don't
so
play
good.
Switch on handheld, there's no benefit
if you don't play it handheld, utterly pointless. If you do, I play it exclusively handheld, so like it's a big jump.
But if you play it exclusively handheld, why wouldn't you buy the cheaper handheld only one? If you were going to play it exclusively,
because it's not got an OLED screen. If that had an OLED screen, I completely agree.
Fucking snobs.
See, I have,
Oi, whatever happened to being nice?
Yeah, after it's
the first swear word of the show.
Snobs?
No, you
said the
you
F
said
word.
the F word.
he said F and snob. So he says to us all, no swearing, I want to try and make it, a wee bit more friendly. And then just hits out with that.
See, one thing I have to say, so I have a PS5 Pro. It was a surprise. I did not know I was getting. And I was... it was... So that's how I know it's bigger. And I like the fact that I didn't have to buy a disc drive. I could just take my one off of the PS5 Slim I had and just throw it onto the... Because they're gone. You can't find them anywhere. The scalpers have already sold them all for like...
Or a gift?
What?
Did you get it sent to you for free? Or a gift
my girlfriend just come round one day and went, give your other one to your brother. Here's a gift. And I thought, sweet, because I saw a huge difference in certain games, like, for example, The Last of Us. You can see further back. So you can see if a zombie's coming further back and stuff like that. And I like that. And I like the fact that they're changing it with the AI. Because AI is taking over, let's be honest. We're going to have Terminator. I'm getting the very expensive Sony headphones for when she's in the gym and stuff.
No, I was going to say one of these.
No, if I'm going to propose to her, it's got to be in America in front of Disney Castle. I've already made that mind up.
Right, okay. It was just, like if your girlfriend
special.
just comes to your house with a PlayStation 5 Pro and she's like, I just got you this as a gift. Like, why aren't you proposing already? Like,
because it has to be perfect. Yeah, I'm a family man. It has to be right.
You sound like my boyfriend. You do right now. Like I keep saying to him, like, why haven't you proposed? I've given you a son. Like,
I asked her right in front of Disneyland Paris Castle, so I have to propose.
You need to get on that, BMG.
No, I say to Josh, I'm like, I've literally given you a son and he has your second name and I'm sat here with my name still. Like, when's it happening? And he's like, when I can afford a ring you deserve. Like, give me a Haribo ring and call it a day, man.
You sound like my girlfriend.
You can see BMG twitching there. You can see him just sort of, just slightly, just twitched. You can just see it. Just slightly.
Cheers, Ash.
So I will say...
You see that bus? I just pushed you.
to Luke's comment on the power of what the console would have to be and whatnot. If you take the best performing APU in a laptop right now, we're talking Ryzen with, I think they're up to AMD 3 on the laptops, which I think is it's like 24 teraflops. You take that laptop and you strip it of its screen, its keyboard, its scroll, its touchpad, and you just bare bones, power supply and board, and engineer that into a console. And I mean, you're not talking about much more. I mean, these consoles never really are designed to draw the kind of power that a PC draws anyway. They're more on line with their laptop counterparts at the end of the day. So it wouldn't be that far-fetched.
No, that's true. Because we are running a little bit short on time, I'll just quickly mention that Phil Spencer has turned around and said that no Xbox first-party game is out the realm of going to another platform, i.e. PlayStation and Switch. So we don't need to really have a discussion about that. There is no hard red line. Any game could go anywhere, anytime, if it fits the model that they're doing. So we're going to jump to the WASD stuff.
WASD.
WASD. I'll let
WASD.
Ash, you know about it? You got all the info about it?
Yeah. So
right. So I'll just say because I really need a pee. I'll just say the statement quickly. The WASD representative said, the increase in costs and less demand for stand space means running events is just not valuable for us anymore, as WASD has gone into liquidation. Ash, I'll pass this one over to you. I've got to go and pee before I pee myself.
He's gone for a WASD while we talk about WASD. Right. So, this was an indie event. When I say indie, there was a lot of indie games, but there was some bigger. I mean, Ubisoft and that have been there. It's took place in London at the brewery for a while now. I've been to a couple, but the last one was in April, I believe, and then they sort of went silent. Everyone's been wondering, because they normally do 2 a year, wondering if they were just taking a break. But they've come out, and basically the big company that owns them, has gone into liquidation as such. So WASD is no more. And it's a shame because EGX sounded shit this year, and I swore again, but I apologise. But the state of EGX right now is in the state of the UK scene is terrible. The lack of gaming events now is abysmal for us. We're going to have now Gamescom looks like the only sort of viable alternative to go to. There's so many, like the LAN events have gone. EGX is just a shell. It's just an addition to MCM Comic Con now. WASD is gone. There's some smaller ones. Oh, yeah, Insomnia's gone. It's like the Nottingham.
We're really talking about this instead of the games going everywhere.
Apparently so. It's because you're not British. That's why. You've got so many games events.
Yeah,
in
you've
US,
got so much in America.
No, we
all
don't.
Of ours are falling apart.
Yeah.
We literally only had.
They used to have E3. That's gone now.
Yeah, E3. That's it.
That's
all we had.
Jeff killed it. Jeff stopped it coming back because he
got Summer Game
got
Fest.
It tripped. E3 tripped and sort of sprained its ankle, and while it was healing, he came in and he shanked it from behind, and then was like, ha 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 ha. So blame Jeff. Jeff killed E3, whether you like it or not, with his shitty. And I'm swearing as I'm angry. Summer Games Fest.
And think about it here, Bob. Right? See, if you constantly think of us in the UK, right? We had all of these gaming events, these amazing gaming events, like Nintendo would go. Like,
it's all right. It's too late. He's already ruined it.
Yeah,
you might as well swear your way away.
Like all of these events with all of these stalls. Like I remember one Insomnia I went to. You could play Modern Warfare 2 early. Like Modern Warfare were there with the game, like consoles all set up with the screens and the controllers, and you could play it early before even beta was out. Like these are things that we had access to several times a year, and now they're all just dropping off the face of the earth. You're sat there in America and you're like, oh, we don't have much like that. But imagine you did. Imagine you had all of these events and then they all just start dropping like flies one by one. You're going to talk about it. So let us talk about this. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we had to talk about E3 dying last year or year before. So we're talking about WASD. Yeah.
So the thing about gaming events, and personally to me, they're more... It's not just about the gaming, it's about communicating with these people who make these games and the companies. And that's how I build up relationships. I talk to people. Like I met Ash at XBN. Like I met him at WSD and I beat his score on Ghost Runner 2.
That's how I met my partner. That's how I met my partner. And literally all of my friends, like friends that I have played games with since I was 13 years old. I'm 24 now. I know I look 10, like Ash keeps saying, but I am 24 years old. People that I've been playing games with and speaking to online since I was 13 years old, I met for the first time at these events. I met my son's dad.
They're around the same age, otherwise it's a bit weird.
Shut up. I met my son's dad, my partner, at this event. Like, this was it's like a gamer's holiday. It's like the 1 or 2 times a year a gamer actually gets a shower and leaves their house and has fun. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're so much more like social wise. Like, you go out, you socialize, you meet your friends, and you can be the nerd that you are in your bedroom in public. Do you know what I mean?
We met up as well, didn't we, Luke? We met up at EGX. And we made Suko. There was Suko there.
Yeah.
There was,
Suko was there. That's where I first met Luke as well.
Yeah.
There was loads.
I towered him. I felt really bad. Actually, I tower everyone.
But yeah, I mean, we did. But even that one that was the year before. It was the last one, right? It was last year.
It wasn't this year. It was last year's. Yeah, the last one last year.
But that was, I mean, it was great meeting people and all that stuff. But the actual event was dire, to be honest. Like, it was not great.
I blame COVID.
Even then. Yeah, that had a big impact. It was particularly bad for me because the last one I went to was EGX, I want to say 2010. And that was that was when it was a huge event, and I remember queuing to play Batman Arkham City before release. Like really big games, and it was really busy. But there was so much. There wasn't much room on the floor because there were so many booths and so much stuff to play. So it was really sobering going to that one as an event and being like, well, first of all, there's lots of room to move, but there's barely anything to play. Like, it's really limited. So yeah.
It was the one when I met you after going to WASD and it being so chill, and it was the first one wasn't bad. The second one was busier, I must admit, with less games. But EGX, it wasn't enjoyable. Like, you queued for everything. It was like going to like one of our theme parks. No, you just queue for hours to go on a 2-minute ride. That's what it felt like. The first day was good, and it just got worse. So I'd like more like smaller events that aren't about profit, and maybe like a few hundred like content creators or just people that are interested in industry with maybe not as many games, but just to sort of have a bit more intimacy to it, because it just gets to the point where it wasn't about networking, it wasn't about really showing off the games, it was just about everyone dressed up in costumes. Don't say that offensively, Lewis, because I know you were as Deadpool, but it was just the MCM Comic Con cosplayers going, and it were not to do with like anything. It wasn't to do with EGX. EGX was like a sub note. It was just like, oh, how can we sell more MCM tickets? I know, we'll stick it on the side. So
Look, is it your birthday tomorrow?
It is my birthday tomorrow, yeah.
Happy birthday.
Wow, I did not know that.
Thank you very much.
Oh, there's going to be... are they doing what they did for Queen's birthday? They're going to have everyone sat in the tree.
I'm going to go through King Street, but in a carriage, and they're going to give me like a potato or something like that. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Royal wave.
And then he'll fly over in his helicopter. He'll give us a flyover.
Yeah. I'm going to come and visit you, BMG. I'll drop your PS5 Pro.
Oh, so kind, so kind, so kind.
Personally, I would like to see PAX come to the UK.
Yeah.
Do you know what I would love to see happen? 20 questions. Come on, lads.
We are there. We are literally there. But as in-person game events, I think it all comes down to they're all businesses. It's all cost. If it can be cheaper doing it on a digital event than an in-person event, I think they're just going to do it. Smaller, very smaller indies, I can understand. It's probably not able to do something like a big digital event to get a big audience. So getting local people in from the area and the country there makes sense. But it's all money, and costs are only going up. Things aren't going down. And after the budget in the UK, everything's going up. So it's going to be even more expensive. So it's all comes down to money at the end of the day, and it's a shame to see these sort of things go away, but it's just the way.
Yeah, it's life.
Does anyone else think that EGX is leaving soon as well?
Yeah,
I don't think it'll be far
I don't
behind.
think it'll be back next year. I think that's it.
Yeah,
I think
it'll
they'll
be
just.
If
I
it
think
wasn't-
what EGX
honestly,
will
if it
become
wasn't
is a
for-
footnote in MCM. It'll be the gaming zone. That'll be it. It'll get smaller and
Yeah.
smaller.
Honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that I was talking to people as Deadpool, I would not have gone. There was nothing there,
No.
not really. I mean, Lego Horizons was there. Outlaws, but that's already out. That was there, but they take up so
Yeah.
much space. Like, do you remember last year, Luke, where Call of Duty literally took up that entire section?
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't
yeah.
even open until the last day. And it was like, what was the point
Yeah,
of
it was
that?
weird. It was very
The last
strange.
Insomnia I went to, which is kind of heartbreaking, there was not a lot of game stalls and things to do game wise. It was mainly people selling shite, like
Yeah, but that's what
like
this year's
anime
EGX
things
was
and
like.
pillows and ears and stuff like that. And then like a big massive section of it was the army. So they brought a tank in, like an actual real tank, and you could see the tank. And then there was like the tents, and you could there was just loads of army stuff. And then there was a zombies experience where you could
Yeah,
go in.
I
and,
got a picture taken with that.
I ran
shit.
away from them. I'm terrified of zombies. I don't even play zombies on Call of Duty. So I was literally jumping behind Joshua and running a mile the opposite direction. Because of the way they left the experience, and we're just walking around to try and advertise it in character, I was gone. But in terms of actual games and stuff to do, there wasn't a lot of it. It was mainly just people trying to sell their homemade things. And
Yeah,
their
but now
prints.
people are also selling AI created stuff. And he was like, they're selling this? This isn't even there. They haven't even made this.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
there was
they've
like
made off.
the light up masks and t-shirts and
Oh no, I'm not gonna lie. It's a few times where I've walked past and gone, "Oh, there's a Venom one."
I think the best one at EGX was everyone queuing for that group of people selling raffle tickets for
Oh
hours.
yeah, that was sweet.
Oh
We
my
ended up-
god, yeah.
We
It's a
queued for that
massive
for
one.
45 minutes because the people I were with wanted to go to it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And I
What was-
won some crappy pin badges. It was like 50p a ticket or a quid a ticket, and there was thousands of prizes, but it was all like, you know, all the free stuff to give you at like press events and stuff, and the demo discs and crap.
Yeah, it was shy.
It was just all-
yeah,
It was
yeah,
shy,
it's-
and
it-
people
it
were
was
queuing and
nothing, yeah.
queuing, and it was full. And the second day, they had to change where it was and set the layout better because it had filled the path because everyone was queuing for this.
Yeah.
But the problem
yeah.
was there was like 3 people on this stall, and they were like, "What number did you get?" And then they had to go look through a book to find out what it was you'd won, and then go look for the item you'd won. And it took fucking
Yeah, but then you
forever.
had
And
them people
end-
that have already done it, and then they go, "Oh, you go, I'll do another 100."
yeah,
They weren't doing it
So
for
people were
charity; they were
spending
doing
like
it for the
50
free
quid.
stuff.
yeah, but it was supposed to go for charity. Like the profit went to charity apparently, but
Yeah, I mean, I went
hours
up
people were
last
queuing.
year.
It was rammed.
I lined up for an hour, gave them £100 and walked away, and they all come after me and gone, no, what are you doing? What are you doing? I went, it's for charity, isn't it? And they were like, yeah, but you won prizes. And I went, I don't care about that. And as I was walking past, I was like, here's a free gift, here's a free gift, here's a free gift to all the people lining up. And then they were giving me their free gifts. And I was like, why are you giving it to me? I'm actually giving it to you. But people just forget that Games Aid is for charity. And people are lining
Yeah.
up doing £100, £200, £300, and like, what have I won? What have I won? And they used to come out with like these big bags full of stuff.
But it was all tat. It was literal tat. Anyway, let's get on to 20 questions. Quickly before we do, the 2 games that we've been showing during the show. The first one was Wildermyth Console Edition. It's 1974 on Xbox, released on the 22nd of October by Rock Digital, is probably the best way to pronounce it. And the second one, which I was failing at for the most part, is Slime 3K Rise Against Despot. It's £4.19 on Xbox, released on Halloween, and it's published by Tiny Build. And I was looking to present both keys. So
That's why it looked good, because Tiny Building.
yeah, it's in that same universe. They've done a few games, the Despot's game and something else, and they're all set in the same universe, featuring the same sort of characters and enemies and stuff. So definitely check it out if you're interested. £4.19 isn't bad for like a horde roguelike sort of shooter thing. So yeah, check it out. Anyway, 20 questions, BMG. Go.
Fimber, I really did like you, but you just. I got
your address
I won
now.
tickets.
I can send stuff to your house.
I hate Sonic with a passion, and I won tickets. Believe it or not, I don't know why I clicked to enter it. I must have clicked the wrong thing, but I won tickets to see for the premiere of Sonic 3, and I just I don't want them.
Oh, you grumpy bugger!
What did you do with them?
I just cancelled it. Said no, I wouldn't go. I won't go.
Cancelled what? What happened?
Anything. I got sockets.
You got sockets to see Sonic.
Yeah, I got tickets to see Sonic premiere Sonic 3, but I turned it down. I don't want them. I can't stand Sonic, the little blue rat. I'll say that because I can't swear. Right. Anyway, let's move on to the final thing that everyone's waiting for, because we get to this time in the evening and everyone just wants to play and get over and done with. Video game 20 questions. Venomous AK is new, so I will go over the rules quickly so everyone knows and we're on the same page. Video game 20 questions. I have a game. The panel have 20 questions. The last question being the guess of the game, I can answer yes or no. You can't use the internet, you can't use your phones or anything like that. You have to dive into your game's Mind's Palace to try and figure out this game. If you guess the game before your questions are up, or you get it, or it's wrong, you'll lose. So with that, are you okay with everything, Lewis? Rules-wise?
Yeah.
Right, other than that, let the questioning begin.
Did it come out on the 360 PS3 generation onwards?
No.
So can someone write these down? I can't be arsed and Fabio isn't here.
Yeah, someone write them down. Bimber, do us a favour, write them in chat.
Dimber. Who
We
left?
need you, mate.
We just lost.
No, he's here.
Bobbert?
Oh, look. Oh, KY Bob, he's back. He's back. You broke him.
Oh, you're back.
Right, so is it I'll ask this question because someone in chat has actually asked a question, so we're going to waste one doing it. Is it a first-party game?
No.
And what was the answer to the first question?
It's not 360 onward.
Yeah.
It came out before the 360 generation, and it's not a first-party game.
So you've just kicked me out of this 20 questions then, off the first question, because, like, how old was I when the 360 came out?
Not old.
Was you born when the 360 came out?
Yeah, were you born?
Wait, so it's newer or older?
Older
It's
than...
old. It's before 360 generation, so it came out before the Xbox 360.
Okay.
The 360 came out in...
I'm getting...
Don't use the internet. Don't use your internet. That's cheating.
Hi, Nicola.
I'm not using the internet. What are you talking about?
I was, because I was trying... You asked when it came out, so I was telling you 2005.
Yeah, I was 5 years old.
It doesn't matter if I'm searching when the console it didn't come out on came out.
No, it does. You can't touch the internet. No one uses the internet for any information at all. You have to figure everything out yourselves. No cheating. Or you lose automatically.
No cheating.
At least we can go home then.
You Google all the time.
Is it older than me? I was born in 97.
Is it older than you? No.
Oh, good. Then I might.
So it's between 97 and 2005.
Great.
I'm so glad we narrowed that down with that.
Yeah.
It was very accurate.
That was an awful question, Lewis. You're banned from asking a question for 5 minutes, right?
Did it release on multiple platforms at the same time?
Multiple platforms at the same time?
Yeah, so did it come out on the... Right, so it's a multi-platform, but it wasn't originally a multi-platform, so it's timed exclusive.
It's definitely his favourite character, isn't it?
Sonic. He's blue, he is, and I think you proper wear like a little Sonic hat when you're off a camera. With
Right,
little
I'm
spikes
going to
on
ask
everything.
my famous question that I always ask when we do 20 questions, but has it got sequels to the game? Or is it
Yes.
just... Okay.
That's 5.
Oh, we have
What did you
to
ask?
ask 20 questions.
No, you can't. If you knew the game in 3 questions, then you could ask the game. But if you ask a game and it's wrong, you lose.
Yeah, we did it in about 11 last time. What was your question, Nicola? I wasn't listening. I'm not going.
If it has sequels, so if there's multiple of that game and it was a
Um,
yes.
Definitely Sonic, innit?
Is it an FPS?
No.
It's not an FPS.
Oh, and Lewis, another rule to this game, an unspoken rule. Someone mucked up last time I was in here and I shouted at him, but don't ask if it's a fighting game. Who was it? Maul?
Fabio.
It was
Maul,
someone.
Maul.
I think it was Maul who
Oh,
asked.
both
But we
of
don't
them.
ask. We don't ask if it's a fighting game because it's never a fighting game.
I'm so
Yeah, but he's
picking
smiling,
next
so that
time.
could be a. He's
No,
smiling.
that's a. David is a. No, I'm. It better not be.
I say nothing.
And the,
Oh, see,
is it,
I think it is.
is
if
it
it was
not a rule that
originally
it's
on-
never a fighting game?
No, there's no rule to say no. The problem we had was when it became, if it was a fighting or a racing game, Fabio was asking if it was first person or something
You're
like that.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got a question. Is it a physical game?
Well,
What is
you-
that?
Clara, you're gonna have to clarify
They
that
all were
one.
in period.
Yeah, you have to clarify. What do you mean by?
I mean, they do
With your
exist in
hands.
reality.
What?
Is it a physical hand-to-hand combat?
What does that mean?
Basically, he's asking if it's a fighting
It's a
game. Without
fighting
saying, is
game.
it a fighting game?
Well, let's, for the sake of this, we'll say no.
So it's
Does
not
that
a
mean-
fighting
that's
game.
not a yes or no. For the
For the
sake
sake
of this,
of
that
this.
leaves a little bit
It's
of
not-
doubt.
I tell you what. This will. I'll give you a hint. Right, there is melee in this game.
All right.
What's
That's a-
meanly?
Melee, like
Melee.
Melee. Like when
melee,
you when
melee,
you when
melee.
you punch somebody in COD, it's melee. So
Would you?
punch someone.
Okay, is it? Has there been movies on this subject?
no.
Okay, so it's not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Is it a licensed IP?
No.
It's not Transformers.
Come on, Luke. I know it's your birthday tomorrow. Bob, come on. You So go over what you've got so far.
So it released.
Nice.
It's older than Nicola. It could be older than Nicola,
Younger-
at least from
younger than
1997
Louis.
to 2005. It didn't come out. It came out before the Xbox 360 generation. It's not a first-person shooter. It was exclusive. It was exclusive to one platform at launch, but came to others. It has
Oh my God, I think I know
melee
what it is.
combat in. It's not a first-person shooter game. It's not based on a licensed IP, and it doesn't have any movies.
I think I know what it is.
I'm so confused because how is it not FPS, but you can melee people in it?
I think I know what it is.
GTA has melee.
Can I have a
You've not seen
guess?
Sonic when he gets his bat out and he whacks them. That's
But
melee in Sonic.
You can, Lewis. You can discuss amongst the panel of the game as long as
Yeah,
you're
if
not
you do it in the
directly
private chat
acting.
as
Right.
well.
You don't have to do
It
it in the
was
private
a-
chat. You can talk amongst yourselves.
Right. So it has melee in it. Yeah. It came out before the 360. It was once only on one console. Yeah. But now there's sequels coming out for it. I think it's GTA.
So why don't you ask a question that alludes
Okay.
to it being GTA, but that isn't? Is it GTA?
Okay. Is there gangbanging in it?
I mean, I would have gone, is it developed by RockStar? But we could go with that.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Well, that's what we call it, gangbanging.
I don't think that's what we call it.
I love the way your mind works. It's fascinating to watch in real time.
I love that. That was awesome. I love that.
What the?
What was your answer?
No, no.
No.
It's not
Is that no to
gangbanging.
it being a Rockstar game or no to it having gangbanging game?
No to gangbanging because that's what he asked.
It says no GTA.
I was going to say you were really confident about it being GTA, despite the fact that it could literally be like, from what we've got so far, it could be thousands of different games.
Gang banging in it.
Oh, I love that. That
Is
awesome.
it 18 plus?
I don't think so. Let me double check. I don't think.
Well,
Doesn't
are
even-
you
You're
googling?
not
Are
allowed
you
into
googling?
that.
Are you googling? See, he always does this every.
Yeah, but I'm
single-
allowed. I'm the host with the game. I can. And the answer
Oh,
to that
that's how it
question
is
is
it?
no. Yeah, because you've got to guess the game. I know the game. So the answer to that is no.
Is it
Okay.
is it a sci-fi game?
No.
Okay.
Right, well, how
Is
many
it-
questions are we on?
Is it third
I
person?
think that's 12.
Right,
it
everybody, stop.
No,
Stop,
stop shouting
shut up.
questions at him.
Stop shouting
Oh,
questions.
You've asked
Lewis.
12. You've asked 12. Hang on.
Is it an open world
answer-
game? Because Thimber's asked. Is it an open world game?
I would say it's not open world. It's like semi. Like you've got areas.
So it's a semi with no gangbanging, okay.
Yeah.
Yo,
Am-
that's so
John,
dirty.
am I answering the third person question or not?
No.
No,
I
ignore
don't,
my
don't,
question.
don't really know.
You've already said it's not
much.
first person, so it's got to be third
Yeah,
person.
It could be
At
race.
least could be semi-open world racing game. Well, true, it could.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's literally what you said. You're like, so it's a semi with no gang banging. Like that just sounds so wrong.
That was the point.
I'll ask. Does it have a female protagonist?
No.
No.
So it's a
Okay.
male.
I have no idea and what game it could be because I'm too young. So I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna eat my dinner.
Maybe narrow
You're
down
going to eat your what?
where it came from, or publisher, developer.
trying to think what it could be. It's not sci-fi. Is it fantasy?
Look at what Iconic put in chat and discuss, please.
Is it? It could be. It could be. Is it made by Ubisoft?
Yes, that's 15.
So it's got to be an Assassin's Creed game because Ubisoft haven't made anything but Assassin's Creed for like
No,
20
that's not
years
true.
now.
No, that's not true. They did they did Tom Clancy games as well and Splinter Cell.
But they're FPS.
They're FPS.
No, they isn't.
Some of them
Not Splinter Cell.
No, the third person.
Splinter Cell's
Plus-
third person.
Are you a
it can't be-
spy?
Say again.
Are you a spy?
I suppose you could say you was a spy. Yes.
There's only two things you could be then. Would you be
It's a Persian.
If you say it's Assassin's Creed or Splinter
it
Cell,
can't
we haven't
be.
really narrowed it down.
It can't be AC. It can't be AC because this is pre 360, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, and AC was
It's- I've-
360
okay,
first game.
is your
Scott
name
is,
Sam?
Is what?
Is your name Sam?
It's David.
Yes.
There, the answer is.
So it's either Splinter Cell 1 or 2. I can't remember what.
Well, we have
Is
to
it the
guess
first
which
one?
one it is.
Yeah. You've got to get the game.
Well, then
Is it the
I'm
first one?
screwed because I haven't played the older ones.
Is it what?
Is it the first one?
Yes.
So it's Splinter Cell.
Right.
It is. Splinter Cell
Hey.
came out on Xbox One in 2002 and PlayStation 2 in
good game.
2003. But yeah, It was fun fact. When it came out on Xbox, it was published by, as well as Ubisoft Montreal, Xbox, Microsoft Studios, and it was done by both Ubisoft when it came to PlayStation. But yes, the panel did it. 18 questions. I was getting a bit panicky then. I thought I was going to have to give you some sort of a hint.
I just realised something. We've got his Assassin's Creed. He said it's not been made into a movie.
Oh, yeah. Well, Splinter Cell will definitely not be made into a movie now.
It got cancelled. It did. The Channing Tatum version of the film has been canned because they can't settle on the direction of it. But yeah,
to make a spy movie.
Yeah, they can't do it. You know, James Bond's been doing it for God knows how many years, and they managed to keep coming up with something new. But yeah, that will do it this evening. Thank you, Ash. Thank you, Luke. Luke, where can everyone find you if you want them to find you?
Happy birthday, Luke.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
In an hour.
Yeah, 59 minutes. I'm getting older. No, thank you for having me. You find me at LukeSteele90 on Twitter and something similar on Blue Sky as well.
And if you Google the King of Jersey, you will see Luke there at the top of his castle.
If you go to BBC Jersey tomorrow, you'll see my parade. That'll be great.
Thank you, KY Bob. Where can everyone find you?
You can find me on all platforms. KY Bob. Sometimes there's an underscore between the Y and the B. Sometimes there's a 0 instead of an O between the B and the B. But if you see this right here, this symbol, half Xbox, half PlayStation, you have come to the right place. I'm also on X at KY Bob, and I run the Game Set Live podcast every Thursday night at 7:15 p.m. on KY Bob YouTube channel. And everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy the fight, and go Tyson.
Oh yeah, I'm open on Tyson. Nikki, where can everyone find you? Thank you for joining us. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Skip her. Venomous AK.
Josh is talking to me. My bad.
No, too late.
Bye, guys. Love you guys.
Venomous UK. AK. Where can? Thank you for joining us. Where can everyone find you?
You can find me on everything under Venomous AK. I stream most days. I'm currently writing a review for Finding Frankie, which will be up was tonight, but I guess tomorrow morning, which is honestly a big review due to how much I've covered in it. So keep an eye out for that, as well as a few other games with actual footage of in-game screaming. You're welcome.
Nice. Other than that, I just want to remind everyone that we have partnered with Game Flavor, where you can get the Resident Evil First Aid Drinks Kit over on their website, and you can save 20% by using our code XBN Gaming, one word, all in capitals. And thank you to everyone in chat. Thank you to all our new members, and we will catch you on the next one. Good night.
On the XBN network, where gamers unite. Ash, BNG, February, and Shadow Mall light up the night. From reviews to live streams, they bring the heat. With every game they play, they can't be beat. XBN network, where the fun never ends. Ash, BNG, Fabio, Bob, and Shadow Mall are friends. Gaming news and streams, they do it all. Tune in, subscribe, and have a ball. Dives deep into the latest games. BMG's got the skills set in high scores and flames. Fabio's cows are cloning fast. Bob's commentary, always a blast. XBN network, where the fun never ends. Ash, BMG, Fabio, Bob, and Shadow Mall are friends. Gaming news and streams, they do it all. Tune in, subscribe, and have a ball. Ash dives deep into the latest games. BMG's got the skills set in high scores and flames. Gabriel's cows are cloning fast. Bob's commentary, always a blast. XBN Network, where the fun never ends. HVMG, Fabio, Bob, and Shadow, all our friends. Gaming news and streams, they do it all. Tune in, subscribe, and have a ball. Shadow Mall's the master of the sweaty gamers team. Together they make the best gaming team. From Xbox to PlayStation, PC to Switch, XBN Network's got the perfect pitch. XBN Network, where the fun never ends. Ash, BMG, Fabio, Bob, and Shadow, all our friends. Gaming news and streams, they do it all. Tune in, subscribe, and have a ball. So hit that like, and don't forget to subscribe. Join the XBN Network, where gamers thrive. Ash, BMG, Fabio, Bob, and Shadow Mall. Together they stand, together they call. XBN Network.